might drink a little bit too, but then they come out to their outside seats right here, and they look right down on pit lane and the action coming down the front straightaway toward the start-finish line. They will see the finish of the race here, and they will enjoy themselves, I have no doubt. Kim Kuhn.
Well, Dave, it's a homecoming for driver Justin Allgaier from the state of Illinois. Your crew chief, Jim Pullman from Illinois.
Okay, I guess I can't have the live Red Sox leaderboard up, but what is up, motherfuckers and party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope you all having a great day.
This is huge. I mean, I can remember coming here as a kid and walking.
I'm pumped for this race, y'all.
Wildest dreams that I imagined something like this. So, really, really cool. You know, for myself, for everybody you mentioned, I don't know how to explain it. There's no words that can describe this event. Obviously, we knew there was going to be challenges. We knew there was going to be things that weren't going to go according to plan. But so far, everything has been amazing. The track is a lot of fun. It's super difficult. Probably one of the most difficult racetracks I've ever driven. But, you know, our brand fresh track culture Camaro is really good. Jim Pullman did a great job in all of our...
Now, we're not racing yet, Andy, but,
we qualified well. Now we just got to go for
green flag is at 5:06, so 4:06 local time.
Right where we need to be at.
That is Illinois native Justin Allgaier. Marty, I was talking to him off air, and he said he remembers coming to Chicago on school field trips as a kid, seeing the Beam for the first time. So to be racing around the streets of Chicago is just incredible.
Boy, that shot of pit road is just incredible, isn't it? I know also incredible for you, Brad, the food in Chicago. You've been very excited about that.
Good gracious.
The worst part, DJ, is that stand is right behind us. And we can't
just teasing, Brad.
We can't get over there because it's like 40 deep to go get the food here.
Garrett Mix is the best, man.
At Chicago, it's a lot of fun. Certainly, the fans are here in Chicago to enjoy a Saturday in the park on this 4th of July weekend. How do the drivers plan to approach this race? Brad and DJ will break that down coming up in just a moment. Closing in on the command for the Xfinity Series in downtown Chicago.
Get crafts, sporting goods, restaurants, and the future of NASCAR all from your neighborhood. DoorDash.
75 around this.
I'm wearing a NASCAR Cafe Myrtle Beach shirt. You have a NASCAR Cafe in Myrtle Beach? That's awesome. Yeah, up here they don't have stuff like that. When I was in North Carolina for the Charlotte race in 2019, I went to this, like, sports store in the mall, and they had, like, an entire shelf of NASCAR diecasts. Like, so many of them.
Or the kiddie pool. That definitely looked bigger online. Or a burst
But you would not, like here it's like you'll only find that at, like, Walmart. Like, you'll find, like, a few of them on the shelves in Walmart or Target.
Crunchy sugar crystals. Greg, however, will never forget the homemade water slide incident. Sonic 299 Strawberry Shortcake Snowball Slush Float. Sonic.
There's a thin line in the NASCAR Xfinity Series between winning and losing, between being the future and being past, between headlines and tailspins, between making history and being it, between the sweet taste of victory and the fumes of defeat. In the NASCAR Xfinity Series, there's a thin line between being a name they know and being a name they'll never forget.
Well, the city of Chicago looking good this weekend across town. On the north side, the Cubs are playing the Guardians tonight, but downtown it's all about NASCAR's first ever street course race. Xfinity Series about to happen, but tomorrow, the NASCAR Cup Series on NBC Sports. You make sure you want to check that out. Also simulcast on Peacock as well. Hey, Brad, the NASCAR Xfinity Series point standings tightened up a little bit after Nashville.
Yeah, man, they're very tight. I mean, with
My only issue with this race is the mufflers. That's literally it.
There's winners, and with those guys being the multiple winners, only 100 points separates the guys from 8 all the way up to first. So I think today could be a big upset, and somebody could win this race possibly. We're not expecting and upset the whole lot.
Well, so with that said, DJ, if you're one of those drivers right by the cut line Brad was just talking about, how do you approach the race today?
Aggressive, cautiously.
How does one do that?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you have to take the opportunity that's given. If you find yourself in a position that you can really gain a lot of points, or get yourself a win, you've got to make the most of this. This is a great opportunity here. We see Parker Kligerman here walking down, really good road racer, but he's sitting outside the cutoff line right now. He would love nothing else than to win here today and make sure that he's going to be a part of the playoffs for sure.
But as narrow and as tough as this place is, Brad, I don't think you can play defense. You can't play protection mode all day long.
No, I don't think you can. I think it's almost like racing a super speedway, in fact. I mean, you can get yourself in trouble by being too cautious, run into it. So I think you got to be, just like DJ said, you got to be somewhat aggressive, take advantage of people when you can, take advantage of opportunities in the braking zones, gain as much track position as possible, and hold on to it.
All right, Brad, who's some drivers you have your eye on today?
I'm watching Cole Custer. He's been outstanding on these road courses this season in the Xfinity Series, and just like DJ said, I'm looking at Parker Kligerman. He's just right outside the cut line. Parker's hungry. He wants to show everybody he can do this. He's a heck of a road racer.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Justin Marks. I'm going with two drivers that aren't worried about points here. All they're here for is to win this race. And you talk about Justin Marks. He has a win at Mid-Ohio in this. And I'm looking at the forecast here. We could get some rain later today in this race possibly. And that's what he did that day at Mid-Ohio, won in the rain. The other is Connor Mozak. Accomplished road racer, really does a nice job. Fast. And he's got one thing on his mind.
And Myrtle Beach NASCAR Cafe is gone. That's sad.
Street race in Chicago.
DJ, I'm just blown away by the scene here. I mean, that boat is literally just, a couple of football fields away from us. Look at that. Look at the pit road. I mean, it is packed. The fans have come out, and I cannot wait for tomorrow when it's going to be really packed here in downtown Chicago. And this race could be very interesting, considering, as you mentioned, DJ, maybe a little rain on the way later today. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, NASCAR about to race in the streets of downtown Chicago. When we come back, time for today's pre-race ceremonies.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Good choice. My lucky number.
Plus, earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. What's in your wallet?
One drop. Oh! Gorilla Super Glue Micro Precise. Of course.
Precise application, controlled dispensing with Gorilla Strength for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Take it wherever, with whomever. This is the no-holds-barred, multi-purpose vehicle with the capacity to take life on. And the audacity to say, what else you got? The Kia Carnival MPV. Kia, movement that inspires.
Are you ready for primetime USFL action? It's a championship showdown on NBC and Peacock as the Pittsburgh Maulers square up against the Birmingham Stallions.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentyx helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis, serious allergic reactions, and an increased risk of infections or lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentyx.
Ask your rheumatologist.
You've got Verizon Home Internet. Now, we're making it even easier for you to save more with Mobile Plus Home Loyalty Discount. Fios customers can get our best price for one line on unlimited welcome. Just $30 for one line per month. Start saving now with Mobile Plus Home Loyalty Discount. So game more, watch more, and save more. Switch now. Add Verizon Wireless and add up your savings. Only on Verizon.
Verizon Home Device Protect.
It's happening, folks. Downtown Chicago, Illinois is about to host NASCAR, the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Coming up in moments, DJ, history is about to be made. What would the significance of the first ever street course wins in NASCAR history mean to the driver?
You only have one chance at it. It's here this afternoon to get that done. This is going to be something that the winner is never, ever going to forget. He's going to have that very first trophy from this race.
So far at this point, Brad, we've only seen one car on the track at a time. What is it going to be like with 38 NASCAR Xfinity Series machines machines thundering down into turn one.
I mean, the anticipation, is, like I said earlier, is overwhelming. This is going to be like it's a historical event. It's very significant. I can't wait to see it, and I know these fans can't wait to see this race happen.
They have traffic jams here every day.
And you're saying there's about to be one in
About to be another one.
Yes, it is about to come. Ready for some street course racing in downtown Chicago? Here are today's pre-race ceremonies.
You want the poll for tomorrow? Come on.
Race fans, I hope you're ready because we're about to kick off in just a moment. We're going to go live on NBC for the national anthem. I need some help. I need some TV energy out there. Let's get loud. Let's show America what they're missing here in Chicago. To deliver today's invocation, please welcome Senior Pastor of Chicago's New Life Covenant Church Southeast, John F. Hanna.
Everyone stand. When I point to you, you must say, "Sweet home Chicago." Lord, we thank you that you send NASCAR to the Windy City, Chicago, the third largest city in America. And God, you send NASCAR to 234 square miles make up Chicago. Close to 3 million people call it their home city. And you send NASCAR to Chicago sits on two major bodies of water, Lake Michigan, Chicago River, and you sent NASCAR to bless the drivers, no accidents, smooth riding, good crowd, good food, good times, and something we will never forget that took place in Amen.
Amen. That was a different. That was different.
Rise as you're able and remove your hats. The Chicago Police Department Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. To perform our national anthem, the star of the Tony Award-winning hit MJ the Musical, launching its national tour here in Chicago, please welcome Roman Banks.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Woo! America.
So cool. Who's ready for a little racing on the streets of Chicago? Time to get the engine strength for NASCAR's first ever street course race. Next.
You don't have to be in the race to be in the race.
Here comes the 94.
Don't miss your chance to race for the million. Introducing the NASCAR Powerball Playoff. What a power move. Enter now.
When is sunset in Chicago? So one thing you gotta remember is that they're an hour behind my time. So
With the grand prize
they do have a full other hour than
Powerball.
you might initially think, but their sunset is at 8:29, so that'd be literally 9:29 here. So we have a while. We're gonna be fine, at least for the Xfinity race. The Cup race tomorrow, I don't know.
A curse lifted, 6 cups hoisted, and a dynasty. But there's one thing we haven't seen until now. NASCAR. Right on the streets of Chicago. Tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
At Richmond Raceway, we race a little different. We celebrate a little different. We tailgate a little different. Even where we are is a little different. The only thing that isn't different is the amazing experience of being here for you and your family. It's the same as it's always been. NASCAR weekend at Richmond Raceway. Get your tickets now at richmondraceway.com.
You got me. Hi. You're it. Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint for certain.
Every detail counts.
I don't think those lights are bright enough for them to actually race.
Hearing aids powered by Bose. When I began experiencing hearing loss, I knew I needed the best of the best. Lexi B2 hearing aids powered by Bose are app-controlled and self-fitting, which means I can tune and customize them to my needs and preferences on the Lexi app and enjoy high-quality hearing. Take the lead and call or order online at lexihearing.com to receive your Lexi B2 hearing aids powered by Bose today.
She's Tiffany Stretch, the hottest thing going today.
No one has my shine, my skill, or my style. NXT Live Tuesdays at 8, only on USA.
In a city rich with sports history, today these skyscrapers will be the backdrop for an event Chicago has never seen. NASCAR takes over Grant Park for the first ever street race in Chicago's front yard. Hello everyone, alongside our crew chief Steve Letarte, Rick Allen with you. Steve, you have grown up around NASCAR your entire life. Have you ever felt an aura or seen a backdrop like what we're seeing here?
Rick, I think I'm standing in the city of make-believe. I can't believe this is real. It is so real. We are standing inside a world-class 12-turn road course that's set up in Grant Park, next to the lake, in the middle of Chicago. I couldn't have dreamt it, and now that I'm here, I'm glad somebody did. It is truly
it's raining.
A real event.
Like we've done before on road course races, we will do what's called radio-style broadcast, and that means that we will hand off from one broadcaster to another.
It's raining in Chicago now.
Columbus Drive and Balbo Drive.
So we're going to start this race in the rain.
Through turns 1 and 2. Once they go from turn 2 on DeSable Lakeshore Drive and into turn 3, Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be down there off of Lakeshore and Roosevelt Road through turns 4 and 5. Then they will head up north on Columbus Drive all the way to turn 6. And yes, Mike Bagley will have his head on a swivel as he will be calling the action in 6 from Columbus and Balbo over the bridge, over the railroad tracks, and through Congress Loop all the way to turn 11, where Jeff Burton on Michigan Avenue and Jackson Drive will have the call. Once again, they will come back over the bridge and the railroad tracks back onto Columbus Drive, and that is where Steve and I will be calling the action right there in front of pit road. We want to check out the guys up with an elevated view today, and we're going to start off with MRN and Sirius XM's Mike Bagley.
Rick, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to downtown Chicago. I've been calling races in this sport for 31 years. I never thought this day would come. It has, and it's enough. The vibe is so intense, it's enough to give you goosebumps. What a special day, and we're so glad you're a part of it. Dale Jr.?
Yeah, right next to the Field Museum down here in Turn 4. There's been a party going on all afternoon at this part of the racetrack, and everybody's in for a treat when these cars come down here through these corners on that first lap of green flag. It's going to be a great spectacle. I'm glad to be part of it. After they exit here, they're headed over to Jeff Burton in turn 7.
It's so much fun standing down here. You have to understand, I'm right here in Michigan Avenue. There's streets. These streets are full of shops, restaurants, people. It is packed. There's tons of excitement, energy down here. Loud excitement, great time. Now it's time to get it all going. Let's go trackside.
And now race fans here to say the most famous words in motorsports from Chicago's West Side. Actors, producers, and community activists, Lorenz, Lamar, and Laurent Tate, the Tate brothers.
Chicago, are you ready? Get ready. Drivers, start your engine.
Woo!
Yep, I got you.
Twitter's dead, bro.
The great command when we come back. We're going to make some NASCAR history. Can't wait to get it going.
Interesting, the Fenway Park was built a week after the Titanic sunk. Yeah, it is weird.
What am I up to? Just visiting a special secret client. I can't say who it is, but let's just say she bundled her dream house and her dream car for around-the-clock protection with Progressive. She has another house in Malibu. She's been an astronaut, an architect, a CEO.
We're in front of her house, dude.
Well, I'd love to tell you who her boyfriend is, but I don't think I can. I'd love to tell you, but I don't think I can.
Marty, only in theaters July 21st.
It's orientation day. Welcome to the team.
Who wants to race? I like this team. Be part of something greater. Toyota, let's go places.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase every week. That makes you the hero of every purchase. What's in your
There's no way this is gonna.
Hey, it's me, your skin. Some cleansers get us clean, but take my moisture. CeraVe cleansers help me maintain my moisture balance with hyaluronic acid plus 3 essential ceramides to help restore my natural barrier. So we're CeraVe clean.
CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. For COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttree. Breasttree gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttree.
It's NASCAR Xfinity Series Chicago.
I have to use Twitter on Safari now.
21. Never before has NASCAR had a backdrop like this. The skyscrapers of Chicago. And you see the streets right along Lake Michigan. The streets that are running parallel, starting with DeSable Lakeshore Drive. That'll be from turn 2 through turn 3 and into turn 4. Then they will head back to the north, and they will be on Columbus Drive after they go from 5 to 6. That's another parallel road here in Chicago to Lake Michigan. And then, of course, probably the most famous of the roads in Chicago is Michigan Avenue. And there's a couple small stretches from turn 7 to 8 and from turn 10 to 11. For more before we get this one underway, let's go back to pit road. We'll start with Kim Coon.
Well, Rick, I'm near the entry of Pit Road. Pit Road this weekend on South Columbus Drive takes about 2 city blocks of space up, and the entry is going to be where all the action is because the drivers are going to be using the racing line right until they come on pit road. So all of the folks that are here along these suites are going to have the absolute best view of drivers coming off of that final turn, turn 12. Then, as they make their way onto pit road, drivers essentially parallel parking their race cars to make pit stops on South Columbus Drive right here in Chicago. They'll make those stops and they'll make their way off pit road. Another great spot of action for fans to be watching. There's not a lot of blend-in space, so all of the folks, Dave, that have a view of pit road, both the entry, pit road, and the exit, are in for a special occasion today.
Kim, most of the teams will have 3 spotters, and they'll all have the same problem today. That view. I've got the spotters up here on the President's Paddock. These are the ones you just talked about, helping the drivers get into their pit box and helping them get off of pit road successfully as they come in off of Columbus.
So do the Xfinity cars, do they have mufflers? Like, because if not, then what's the point of the Cup cars having mufflers? I don't know, bro. This is stupid.
Marty, they really just hope they hear from their spotter.
Well, Dave, Grant Park is where all the celebrations happen in Chicago. In the middle of that, Buckingham Fountain, a signature of Chicago for almost 100 years now, and it's the middle.
Literally have never heard of Buckingham Fountain until this year.
Folks have been lining up all day long, 20 and 30 deep, to have their picture taken by the NASCAR logo. And right over there, just to the left of that, is where you can get a Chicago dog, you can get a little popcorn as well, and some deep dish pizza. And further down, the concerts that were happening all weekend long. And still,
Looks like everyone's having a great time there, though. It makes me happy.
Rick, if you want, I'll hook you and Steve up with a little deep dish. I'll send it up to the booth. How's that sound?
That sounds perfect. We have been able to enjoy so many of the great sights and smells, sounds of Chicago. And guys, out on the purchase tonight, or today, we've got Mike Bagley. Give us a little bit more detail as to what we're going to see from your vantage points.
Well, one of the things that's going to be interesting, we just documented Columbus with Kim and Dave as they come into pit road. The exit of pit road is simultaneous with the left-hander in turn 1. When they navigate turn 1, that's a very tight corner. You don't want to cut it too tight. You might clip the inside, and then you hit the outside wall. Once you clear that, then you race over to turn 2, and you hang a right. When you hang that right off turn 2, that is DeSable Lakeshore Drive.
They're racing in the streets of Chicago. They're doing it. All them boats are racing. They're not doing a car race. They're doing a boat race. No, I'm just kidding. They're doing a car race.
That's right. They're coming through turn 3, which is a slight bend, full throttle into a hard braking.
Dale Jr., redneck in Chicago.
Surface through this braking zone into turn 4, but you also narrow down from 5 lanes to 2.5 lanes really quick. So if there's any arguing over positions, that's got to sort itself out quickly before they go into turn 5. When they get off of turn 5, there's a 2,000-foot straightaway. So anybody that exits that corner really well has opportunities to pass in the braking zone in turn 6, Burton.
Yeah, in turn 7 through turn 11 where I am, I think that's the most technical part of the racetrack. Turn 7 is strong right-hander. Turn 11 also a very tight right-hander. But in between, there's a loop that goes uphill, back downhill. You have to heavy brake, and it's a sweeping loop. So it's not a heavy braking zone, but it's a lot of throttle. We have seen cars go through here and having trouble single file. We are getting ready to go double file now, and we're going to learn a whole new set of problems that we don't know anything about until this race starts.
A whole new set of problems. That's what these drivers are really looking forward to. As we take a look at the starting grid, and Cole Custer, Sheldon Creed, a couple 25-year-olds out of California that were scheduled.
I'm excited for this shit.
Will stay there, but Sheldon Creed, a wreck in qualifying, he will have to go to the back after fixing that damage to the car.
Yeah, unfortunate to see Sage Graham. And yes, Justin Marks, Trackhouse owner in the Cup Race, Xfinity driver today. He'll start in row 6. Sam Mayer in the 1, also an issue. He'll have to go to the back of the field for the start.
Don Miguel Paluto's name on there. Spencer Pelly, guys that are used to going left and right, very established road racers.
When we talk about patience and challenge, you see this final page right here, back to row 19. Their patience will absolutely be tested. It won't just be how fast, but how aggressive, how close, or dare get to the action in front with these narrow corners.
This is a great sight here as we see them 2 by 2 making their way through turn 3 and headed to turn 4. Steve, the track facts for this 2.2-mile street course.
Yeah, 12 corners, 7 of which are straight 90-degree corners, which make for great passing zones. Speeds up to 150 miles per hour. That'll get you a speeding ticket on Lakeshore Drive for sure. And that's where the fastest part of the track is, DeSable Lakeshore Drive going into turn 4. All the way down to 35 miles an hour in some of these very tight sections. That technical sections, turn 7 to 10 that Jeff mentioned in his on-camera. Remind everybody, these cars weigh 3,400 pounds. So, you know, they're not nimble Indy cars. These are big, beefy stock cars. It's going to be fun. And one new little twist, the restart zone. Today is between turns 11 to 12, not on the front stretch where normal. So they're going to restart all the way over here before entering the last corner. The idea here is we're going to get going, come around the last corner,
not, I don't want to say spread out, but let's try to get a little less 4 and 5 wide. We've seen that really mess up some other road courses, and here turn 1 is anything but straightforward. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, so they will be in line 2 by 2 until they get to the line right at pit entry, and at that point in time they can deviate from the line they're in if they want to pass before they get to the start line.
Well, listen, so we set the stage, we set the event, let's set the pressure, right? We have things we don't know. We have a road course we've never seen, a street course we've never ever seen in NASCAR, potential weather, so many things. Remember, if it rains, they're going to keep racing. They have rain tires, so there are so many unknowns.
All right, this is it.
The double zero. John Hunter Nemechek in the
We have been waiting at least, been waiting like 2 years for this. Ever since they first did it on iRacing, and it's finally happening. Announced it last year. We've all been curious on how it's going to go down, and now we get to find out.
outside of him, John Hunter Nemechek in the 20. They're on their feet.
All right, green flag.
The first ever street course race in NASCAR. Green flag is in the air. Cole Custer jumps out to a big lead as he goes down the front stretch into turn 1.
Here they come, first time into turn number 1. That's the 90-degree left-hander, Cole Custer with the lead. John Hunter Nemechek to second. You've got
They're doing it.
in third. Everybody minding their manners, minding their P's and Q's. They exit the right-hander too and head to the
Man, that's a good shot right there.
Down this long back straightaway, about 140 miles an hour before they're going to break for turn 4. They practice this morning.
I think they do have the mufflers on the Xfinity cars.
But can they do it?
I don't really know.
In a pack, single file so far. Nobody really looking at it, trying to make passes here. Couple cars now back in the pack going side by side, but right now everybody getting through a very tight part of the racetrack in one piece.
Wow.
Clean and green so far, but now a hard braking zone coming into 6. And again, Custer away with the lead. Everybody single file, everybody hard on the brakes, and everybody minding their manners as they race to 70 Michigan Avenue.
Great job by these drivers. A completely new restart. It spread the field out, and now they're just learning. Now they're saying, hey, this is a long race. We know how many incidents have happened in practice. Let's be smart. Let's learn what my car does well and what it does poorly. And then I will take the attack and the fight to the guy in front of me. But for the first lap, let's make sure I got this car where I need to be.
Over the bridge and into turn 12 for the final time. He led the field to the green flag and also looks as though he's going to lead lap number 1. Cole Custer out in front. Chased by John Hunter Nemechek. An early pit stop
Oh,
for the 44.
Sage Karam.
Sage Karam has made his way onto pit road. It looks like the right front damage already.
Yeah, heavy right front damage. You see the sparks from the suspension pieces dragging on pit road all the way down, looking to his right for his pit stall. Sage Karam and the 44. Let's take a look at what happened exactly. Oh, right front lockup. Looks like it's already down at that point. That is heading into turn 12.
11.
I think that was 11.
So they're going to go to work on the right side. See if they
And there will be no stage cautions, so that's nice.
Here's Custer once again. And Custer on his way to back man.
Here he comes out 5 now down the straightaway. He's going to go late on the brakes. And now that to lock the brakes up, he's going to skim the inside of turn number 6. That's what everybody's doing. That's where the speed is. That's where everybody wants to be. Over the bridge, down the hill, another 90-degree right-hander. That's turn 7.
The 6 car, Brendan Poole right here. Great shot. Look how tight these corners are. Look what, this is the bottom of the race car, but watch this right here. Watch this elevation change. Downhill, staring at a wall. A right-hander into turn 7. Now watch this sweeping corner. Watch this. Right against his wall on the right. Now uphill, climbing the hill. Gets from right to the center. Now he's going way downhill. Now he's going to swing to the right. Back in the gas. Heavy braking zone right in front of me. Then back in the throttle as quickly as you can to climb this hill and climb back over the bridge.
Brennan Poole on a lap. And again, running right along the front bumper as you've got the pit stalls on the right side, grandstands on the left, and the skyline of Chicago in the backdrop.
See how Brendan Poole navigates turn 1. Here he comes. He's going to cut that corner. Not as close, though, as some of the others, but he will swing it wide. That's turn 1. And now he'll go wide, driver's left, cut it back, driver's right, skim that wall, swing it wide out of turn number 2.
So far through turns 3 and 4 and 5, no big issues. I'm really surprised that these drivers aren't finding this more difficult. I think they're still, with the limited time they have practicing today, finding the limits of this racetrack.
Here we go back to the lead with Cole Custer. There's John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Hill, Connor Bozak, the top 4. This is the area of the racetrack we were talking about earlier. This is Congress Plaza Loop. As they're going around.
Okay, the Xfinity cars do have mufflers.
That's turning and elevation change all at the same time.
John Hunter Nemechek there in the purple, number 20. Austin Hill behind him in the 21. Justin Allgaier, an Illinois native, in the 7. Chasing after that 19 of Connor Bozak.
Great overhead shot of these leaders coming off the end of the front straightaway. That 90-degree left-hander into 1. And while the leaders may be tiptoeing away for first and second, what a good battle now with Connor Bozak running in 4th, Allgaier in 5th. You got Hendrick in 6th. That's a good pocket of traffic exiting turn 2.
You look at the cars taking slightly different lines into the braking zone. There's so many bumps in this braking zone in turn 4.
So I thought there was rain. I thought they would start on the rain tires, but I guess not.
Trying to get advantages. Here's exiting turn 5. All the competition there swinging really wide out to the wall. So far, so good.
Right now,
gotta run at you.
Look at Connor Bozak there to the inside. Justin Allgaier's ready to dance. He's ready to go, but he's got to get by him. Can't do it. Here he comes over the bridge, down the hill into 7. Allgaier just waiting for a lane to open up.
As you're watching these drivers learn, remember, 50 minutes of practice. That's it. That's all the time they've ever had on this racetrack. So Connor Bozak trying to drive away from Allgaier. Allgaier trying to find a way to outbrake Bozak. Where is the passing zone? Where is his weakness? Where will the racetrack allow me to make a pass without damaging my race car? All that's being learned right now.
And they continue to learn on the fly as Bozak was looking back on Allgaier. And
oh, trouble!
Out of Justin Marks.
Justin Marks.
That looks like a mechanical issue. It doesn't look like tire smoke is out both
Caution.
tires. The yellow is now.
Oh, he spins around.
Around in the middle. I believe that's turn 11, right under your feet, Jeff.
Yeah, I think there must be oil on the racetrack right behind him. I cannot see it.
Justin Marks, what you doing, my boy?
He came on the radio and said the motor just blew up. So very devastating for a driver that we had pegged to do very well in this course. Again, he came on the radio to confirm to us team. It just feels like the motor blew up.
Yeah, I can't see oil now, just right on the inside lane. So let's go back and watch it. You see right here, Steve said it well. Clearly not front tire light up. That's just a blown engine.
The caution's out.
To
lap 5.
Coming out with smoke, and there he is spinning out of his oil. Fortunately, that's in a very slow part of the racetrack, and no one else got caught up in it. He was running 10. Had a really good practice. He was going to be a threat today. Sage Karam almost comes in here and takes him out. But just really disappointing for Justin. He had a very fast race car today.
Rick, we talk about
you just stopped there, bro.
Street course for the driver. Let's not forget about the equipment. Hard on the engines, all the upshifts, the downshifts, and in the end, it looks like a mechanical issue is going to end the day for Justin Marks.
Take another look. What happened here? Coming through the Congress Loop, the engine expires for Justin Marks, and the caution comes out here in Chicago.
Get a free ticket to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny when you spend $35 at Applebee's. I've been looking for this all my life. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We lost part of our forest to fire several years ago. We decided to stay and help it recover. People who have heavy machinery have the opportunity to reach out and help their neighbors for the common good.
I started Folds of Honor to help the families of fallen veterans. Today, we celebrate over 44,000 scholarships given to those families. Service never stops, and neither will we.
As the new face of golf now, people are so excited to see me. Yes, I am a golfer. Which is why I love this, the #1 way to book tee times whenever, wherever you play. Golfer! Yep, us golfers love it. Get your golf on now with Golf Now.
Don't miss our new member offer.
The idea of doing a club of investors is something that I dreamed up a very long time ago, but now it's for real.
Join Jim Cramer in the CNBC Investing Club. Go to cnbc.com/club offer now.
Toyota Certified Used from Burdick Toyota is a really smart buy. Choose a Toyota Certified Used Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma, including hybrid models. Then get today's best APR rate at Burdick Toyota and Cicero. Better new cars really do make better used cars. So all of our hand-picked pre-owned Toyota models offer terrific value, and so do our other carefully chosen used rides. Find better used at Burdick Toyota and Cicero. Shop burdicktoyota.com.
Introducing Zeba, the world's first hands-free sneaker built for comfort. You heard that correct. Zebas are hands-free, meaning you can put them on without bending over. We've simply designed a better shoe you can put on effortlessly. You've never seen a sneaker like this. Just take a look from the side. The way your foot slips right in effortlessly, and the way the back bends down and pops back up. You can take your shoe off just as easily. And these are designed to look and feel like any other pair of sneakers. Get your Zebra now at zebashoes.com.
The third largest populated city in America, and it has produced some amazing groups, singers, musicians, including Chance the Rapper, as well as Chicago. Think about Chicago and the song Saturday in the Park. I think it's around the 4th of July. Well, we are celebrating Saturday in Grant Park on this 4th of July weekend, and it all continues tomorrow. On NBC, Countdown to Green starts at 5 o'clock. The Cup Series racing at 5:30. We'll be simulcasting on Peacock as well. Peacock Pit Box located right there next to Buckingham Fountain. And DJ and Brad, all right, what have you seen and what have you been impressed with up to this point?
Yeah, I think, Brad, the thing that this reminds me of is the first time the Cup cars went to Indianapolis Motor Speedway in 1994. That race started, and it was like everybody wanted to get through the first few laps and the first part of that race with no incidents right there, and everybody just kind of taking the. This is going to ramp up quite a bit. Unfortunate for Justin Marks, who we thought might be a part of the finish here today. But what have you seen?
Yeah, I agree. I think everyone's done a great job of making sure they can get some laps in. But I think Cole Custer took advantage of the field.
Yeah.
Everybody was asleep on that restart or the start. He took off and gapped everyone. But you're right. It's going to ramp up as guys get more and more comfortable, because that's the only way you can pass is to be aggressive in these braking zones. So it's coming.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot more aggressive, as we talked about Justin Mark and the problem that he had. You don't see engine problems with these cars very, very many times, but especially with someone as accomplished as Justin Mark. But it did happen. He's out. We'll be back for the action to ramp up here as we get ready for the restart shortly.
For COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttree. Breasttree gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttree.
The Barn Bar, the county's best hangout, just got better. Here's the living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
Aren't you tired of the back pain caused by your lousy shop stool? The days of tiny casters and thin seats are over. Meet the Viper Chair. The Viper Chair glides over any surface and loose debris with 4-inch industrial-grade casters. Relieve your lower back pain with a perfectly angled backrest. Prevent tipping with a wide, sturdy base. Viper Chairs are designed for every industry, no matter what you love to do. Stop wasting your money buying cheap shop stools and get yourself a Viper Chair. Shop ViperIndustrial.com.
You got me.
Tag, you're. Imagine a world with no drama With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
I started Folds of Honor to help the families of fallen veterans. Today, we celebrate over 44,000 scholarships given to those families. Service never stops, and neither will we.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back.
USAA? You were in the military?
Oh no, I wasn't, but my grandpa was. He joined USAA, passed membership to my mom, then to me.
There's other ways to get in?
Yeah. My neighbor Ron, he's in because his wife served. Even little Luna, when she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And banking.
Where's my phone?
Over there.
USAA, the military community, and their families.
I love you, Matt. Fuck Phoenix. Fuck you.
NBC Sports coverage of
How you doing today, Matt?
is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Progressive.
They're racing in the streets of Chicago.
Visit progressive.com. Halo coverage brought to you by Pods. Moving this summer, save up to 30%. Pods.com today. 12 turns, 2.2 miles of street course here in Chicago, and there are places to watch all over. Against fences, we've seen them on top of rooftops. They're watching from everywhere. Marty?
Rick, we talk about how this is an event, so even when they're under green and also when they're under caution, this is the first race I've ever been to in my entire life where a DJ is in the middle of pit road, hanging out. He's spinning the tunes for everybody, not only in the president's paddock right there, but everybody on the front stretch here.
I think that's a little goofy.
Even under green. So, Steve, any request from the DJ here on pit road? I can maybe help you out here if you want.
No requests. I've learned when you make requests, then you're open for free judgment. I don't want anybody to judge my taste in music. But we were just up on top of that, the suites right there. Great view, great atmosphere. A lot of questions. I think that's what's really struck me is that the curiosity of the fans. So many first timers to a NASCAR event. We ran into one gentleman, he had all kinds of questions. Big Formula One guy, I've been to Formula One. What exactly is this class, that class? How does qualifying work? Had a lot of great questions about the event and the races this weekend. So, I mean, look at them. They're everywhere. If there's an available seat, someone is filling it.
A perch they can enjoy the racing from, like the guys on the perches around the track for us. And want to check in once again with Bagley Jr. and Jeff. And Bagman, so
And like, this is a great crowd for the Xfinity
what
race,
have you
bro.
seen from your vantage point?
I've seen a lot of patience, and I've seen a lot of throttling back. While they're trying to go as fast as possible, a lot of give and take over here, turn 1, turn 2, not a lot of contact, courtesy so far, but we know how that goes. Courtesy at the beginning gives way to chaos at the end. To Junior.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing down here, Bagley, in turn 4. Everybody's being pretty smart about this first stage. I think the intensity will ramp up in stage 3, especially. Probably more toward your end of the track at stage 6. I think 4 and 5 really set up for a pass down that long straightaway into that braking zone.
Yeah, I think just a ton of patience so far. But look, this is not that long of a race. And you don't have many laps to just sit there and be patient. And we know what's going to happen. People are going to get impatient and start trying to make moves, make stuff happen, especially, I think, on restarts. I think the first one was a very calm, the initial start, but I think everybody learned with this new restart procedure at this racetrack what they can and can't do, and now they're going to go on attack mode and try to pick up positions getting into turn 1.
So many things around the track that the fans have been able to enjoy. For example, Navy Pier, that's just a little bit north and east of Grant Park where we are. Willis Tower, very famous, one of the tallest buildings in America. And you've got Cloud Gate, which a lot of people know as the Bean. Grant Park where we are, Buckingham Fountain. Saw the Lakeshore Drive, famous in itself. A little further to the south is the Field Museum, Shed Aquarium, Adler Planetarium, of course the home of the Bears, Soldier Field. So many things right here that the fans are able to enjoy, take in. Soldier Field's looking good, Steve.
And grass is green. Turf grass was torn up about halfway through the season. You know, one thing I love about Chicago, among many things, is their, commitment to their sports. And I think that's why this race coming and NASCAR coming so cool. Chicago's one of those towns, ones like Boston, New York, right? You're not a casual sport. If you love the Bears, then you definitely, don't like the Packers. And that's how it works. Right. These divisions and these different battles. We kind of get that flair, right, with 2311, Jordan Onan, part of 2311. I will say the NASCAR shoe game has been as strong as it could be. It seems like everybody I know has got a fresh pair of Jordans. When you come to Chicago, you got to have a little bit of flair.
So it's helped with the wardrobe. Well,
oh my God, are we ever gonna go back green? Like, geez.
Cleaned and cleared, and we'll be back for green flag racing here in just a moment.
75 years around this epic track. But we've never stopped moving forward. Wherever we go in the next 75, we're all better off with an ally.
That's kind of low. What could be better?
In my day, I tried keeping up with the game. Now with the power of Xfinity 10G network, my little bro is the game. With the Xfinity 10G network, he sees the game from every angle with barely any lag.
Thank you.
My little brother, more like my big MVP. Xfinity is a game changer.
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now.
Gotta see this. The weather check's here.
Wow, that was fast.
WeatherTech is the ultimate protection for your vehicle. Laser measured floor liners, no drill mud flaps, cargo liner, bump step, seat protector, and cup phone.
Just amazing, delicious pizza. There's also lowercase bread bites. Fine-tuning your strategy with advanced charts. Run your money.
WeatherTech.
NASCAR fans, NASCAR Fan Rewards is free to join. All you have to do is sign up and earn points all season by watching races, which you're doing now, doing trivia, playing fantasy, buying race tickets, or points, trade them in for free tickets, autographed merchandise. Visit NASCAR.com/fan rewards. Party.
Rick, a lot to play for John Hunter Nemechek, who comes into the race here in Chicago, being the championship regular season points leader. And I asked him earlier for the key word today. He thought about it for a second, and then he said survival. He said, I learned that early in practice. He wheel hopped on one of his laps in practice, accidentally hit the wall. They were able to knock it out. He said, that told me they have to back it down just a little bit in the race. He said his entire goal, Dave Burns, is to be in the top 5 with 15 to go.
Connor Mosack is in the dark blue, number 19, running fourth. He's new to some NASCAR fans. He's 23 years old from Charlotte. Has spent most of his time in the Trans Am Series and ARCA Series, now trying to make his way in the Xfinity Series. The interesting thing for him, he's run 2 street court races with the exact same barriers that are on this course. The Nashville Street Course the last 2 years, he finished 2nd and 3rd. Kim?
Well, Brett Moffitt had a great qualifying effort, qualified in the 7th position, currently holds that position. I asked him what the goal is for today, and he said making the most of this opportunity. He said there are so many eyes on this race. It is history in the making, and we have to keep this track position. To do that, you heard Marty talk about survival. This team echoed that. They said they have to keep their fenders intact and hope they're in position for a strong finish. And for this team, a good day is a top 10 finish with a clean race car.
Getting ready for the restart. We will show you the choose, which is in turn 9. But again, the cleanup has taken a little bit longer because of the fluid and liquid down
that makes
the
sense.
racetrack for Justin Marks when the engine expires. You see there the speedy drive that they put down and then had to sweep back up so that it wouldn't be too slick when they're going through that very tight turn, which is turn 11, coming from the Xfinity 10G turn.
Hey, Rick,
Oh, take me lost, my
When they get to the choose lane, choose code right here, what lane do they pick? Remember, this restart zone, you guys explained it, is before the last corner. So do you pick the outside lane so you can get momentum and leave turn 12 going to turn 1, or do you pick the inside lane? And that's a question that everybody is watching. All the Cup drivers are watching.
Happy late B-Day. It's about 15, 16 days late, but thank you, Andy.
On some of the road courses, turn 1 has been a complete mess. With tons of cars going in there. You can see Custer, he went to the right side, so he is going to be on the inside lane, leaving turn 12, going to turn 1.
Everyone choosing which lane they're going to restart in. Run along with Mozak and Toyota on board off of Michigan Avenue. And on Jackson Drive as we get ready for the restart. Again, the restart zone just over the bridge.
All right, here we go. And green flag.
John Hunter Nemechek, 1 and 2 as they come through 12 and back onto the front stretch. Again, that double zero. Cole Custer looking strong, but here comes Nemechek on his outside.
That purple number 20 and John Hunter Nemechek.
Here comes John Hunter.
Back to Custer. He's going to go wide in
Woo.
one. Now he's going to cut to the inside.
That was.
And he's going to be chopped off. Cole Custer's blocking all advances now into 2. But John Hunter Nemechek is ready to dance as he heads down to Lakeshore Drive.
Battle back there with Connor.
That caution was long because they had to do some cleanup, but I mean, also it is a road course, so.
Down in the braking zone here of turn 4. Everybody buries it down into that corner. Really fast corner, but very narrow. No contact so far. Back to you, Max.
Here they come out of turn number 5. This is good braking, good passing opportunity. Let's see if Nemechek in the 20 purple car can go a little deeper. He does, but he doesn't go deep enough. Here they are stacking up in single file formation. Looking further back, got Miguel Paludo there in the 88 car. He's trying to make some moves, double wide, headed to 7.
As they enter turn 7, here's 2 cars side by side. Has Growler on the outside. Can he stay there? No, there's no way. It's just so narrow, can hardly go through there side by side. You see that 26 car? Well, Growler, he was pushed it to try to make something happen, but just couldn't do it.
2 car lengths the gap between the top 2 as Cole Custer now trying to pull away from John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Hill, and Allgaier. Top 4. Right along with Connor Mozak, right up against that outside wall as they go down the front stretch and into turn 1.
Connor Mozak in the number 19 car is running into 5th position. He's trying to do some overtaking coming into the corner. Going to go a bit wide. Didn't hook that corner as tight as I thought he would. That's going to cost him a car length or 2. Let's see if he can get it back under braking. Coming into 2 as we transition back to Cole Custer in the double zero with the lead.
Cole Custer comfortably ahead right here. Nemechek in second right there, and then another several car lengths to Austin Hill, who's having a great run today. Running in 3rd position. Almost hitting that wall through the middle of 3 or 4 or 5. On this long straightaway. Mozak under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, this straightaway is about 4/10 of a mile, and it's all about getting the car woed down, like Custer does, like Nemechek in the purple car. Battle for 3rd, Austin Hill in the 21. Justin Allgaier, the home state favorite, trying to make some noise. Can't do it quite yet as they head to 7.
Allgaier is on the offensive, though. You can see he's got a fast race car. His car looks very solid. Hill's car in front, that 21 car, you see it moving around a lot. The 7 car looks stable. He's able to push really hard and be aggressive. Look at Cole Custer. Look at him pop the right front tire off the ground, exiting that loop.
11 laps complete, 55 laps is the race. 44 laps to go. Expect the fuel window to be about 30 laps, so you can't make it to the finish quite yet. As we get closer to that 25 lap mark, I think we'll start to see some activity on pit road.
Watching Connor Mozak in the 19, getting up to about 115 miles an hour. This is turn 1, going down to 50 miles an hour. He'll now squirt ahead just a tad, go almost to triple digits. This is turn 2, the right-hander, and now this is where he'll really go up through the gearbox and get all he can as he heads to turns 3, 4, and 5.
Probably around 140 miles an hour max speed. Right into this braking zone, bumpy braking zone. To nothing right there. 5 lanes down to 2.5 lanes. Then it opens wide again. Off of turn 5 and down the long straightaway. 2,000 feet.
They haven't tested the boundaries of the braking zones yet. Everybody's been pretty courteous. Let's see what Connor does. Up to 100.
Discord. What'd you send?
Down to about 55, 50, 49 miles an hour. Quickly back to the gas down the hill to 7.
Connor Mozak doing a really good job. Former junior motorsport.
You seem to sit tall today. Yeah, I have a different chair. My other recliner that I used to have is just dumb, so I got rid of it. You'll see in a video how I got rid of it.
Connor Mozak, the 24-year-old, making just his 10th start in the Xfinity Series. It happens here at the streets of Chicago. Connor Mozak was chasing after Allgaier. See if he could follow that line. Allgaier very strong as he crosses the finish line.
Watching Justin Allgaier in the 7, Connor Mozak in the 19. This is the battle for the 4th position. Right now about 3 seconds behind the race leader. Here they come now. Allgaier off of 1 through the short chute to 2. See what Mozak can do with him on this long straightaway that leads to turn 3.
These cars are in the shade right here all the way around the racetrack. The temperatures drop probably 15 degrees when the clouds come in versus when the sun's been out today. It adds a ton of grip to this racetrack. Party.
Junior Justin Allgaier trying to hang on to the 4th position there, but he said something very interesting. Said the car's starting to lack a little bit of forward drive. That's part of his issue. But he also said, I'm still trying to figure out where there's lap time at this track. Jeff, that's an important point. There's still 43 laps to go, and they've only had a few laps of practice. I think these drivers will be learning until the final lap of this race.
I'm not aware of any racetrack we've ever been to where we've got such little time. And it's a very unique, very difficult racetrack. So there are big chunks of time the drivers can find. But the problem is they don't know where it is until they push and try to find that speed. And of course, when you try to find it, you make a mistake, then you hit the wall. So that's risk versus reward. Still a long way to go in this race.
Long way to go. Stage 1 will end in 2 laps. But again, a caution doesn't come out on the road course or street courses. Cole Custer out front.
Maybe at least stay till the end of the stage. I don't know. What do I know? Even though there's no caution, at least just stay till the end of it.
I need to try it first.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey, new guy. Let's get you up to speed.
Lunchtime.
Your workspace is ready.
Looks like you got a corner office.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
Right now, get a free foot long in Subway, like the Subway Series menu. Buy 1 foot long and a half, get 1 free.
For free.
That's what I'm talking about. Order in the Subway app today.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is happening now. Right now, you can save up to $500 on new mattress arrivals like the Temper Breeze and Purple Lux mattresses. Plus, pay 0% interest for 60 months. Shop and save today. Only at Ashley.
Is that our luggage rack?
Fix that thing. Gorilla Tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive with a rugged outer shell for a hold that lasts. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Get a free ticket to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny when you spend $35 at Applebee's. I've been looking for this all my life. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
There's a thin line in the NASCAR Xfinity Series between winning and losing, between being the future and being past, between headlines and tailspins, between making history and being it, between the sweet taste of victory and the feelings of defeat. In the NASCAR Xfinity Series, there's a thin line between being a name they know and being a name they'll never forget.
in the NASCAR Xfinity Series Chicago Street Race. It's the Loop 121. The final lap of stage 1 about to happen on an oval. There would be a green and white checkered flag and then a yellow flag where they would stop, and the top 10 would earn stage points. As a matter of fact, the stage winner would get a playoff point, but they could take to the playoffs with them, keep filling that bucket up. Here, because of strategy, Steve, they don't stop anymore. The caution doesn't come out. They continue to race.
Yeah, the crew chiefs really manipulated, knowing exactly when the yellows would come out, and it took away all the strategy.
All right, so Cole Custer will win stage 1, but we keep going, which is nice. We should do that every race.
Chandler Smith will be the last car that scores points, just the top 10, but I do think
not much real racing going on, but
Cole Custer wins stage 1.
It's kind of what we expected.
In stage or second place, it's 9 points. There you see the points in the breakdown of stage 1 and how they ended there. Interesting, Custer only led 5 laps in his Portland road course win just 3 races ago, and already he's been out front all 15 laps of this one. Mike?
Yeah, I prefer sitting straight.
Going on just outside of the top 5. Here comes the 11 of Daniel Hemrick, and he's got Parker Kligerman in the 48, Chandler Smith in the 16. This has been jammed up.
Sun's coming out a little bit.
Sammy Smith in the 18 found his way through, but Daniel Hemrick has got a lot of company at his back door.
Normally back then when you see cars stacked up on another car, that means the leading car is holding them up. And if that's the case, you're going to see that orange car, Parker Kligerman, get impatient and start pushing buttons and trying to make something happen. Where do you make that pass? How do you get forward momentum? The key is to get momentum on a corner like this, where you can gain on the straight and get in the braking zone. With that blue and white 11 of Hemrick's able to drive away on corner exit.
So where do you make the pass? I think this is a great opportunity. The orange and white car, Parker Kligerman, too far back, 3-4 car lengths. He's going to need to be closer than that if he wants to make a move on that 11 car in front.
Off the end of the front straightaway, they come into turn 1. That again, Hemrick in the 11. Parker in the 48 is able to close that down. They continue to race for the 8th, 9th, and 10th positions. Meanwhile, Chandler Smith has got a front row seat for the best show in the house right now. He too, just waiting for a lane to open up.
You can see right there, turns 1 and 2, that seemed to be where they were
Caution.
on Hemrick. Down here in turn 4.
Oh! That's a big hit.
Right here, the 34 car, Castro.
Yo, that's a big hot hit. Andre Castro? I don't know what happened there. Damn, it looks like he just locked up like his brakes or some shit. Like, I don't know. I can just look at the tire marks.
You see the tire tracks. That is straight into the tire barrier at the end of turn 1. End of the front stretch into turn 1.
Yes, that tire marks on that pit wall. Looking back down pit wall there.
It does.
Contact.
It does.
The car may have gotten out of control there in the braking zone.
It's just kind of coming to the screen right here, just going straight.
Ow.
Up. I don't know if he had a mechanical issue. Not sure if. He's obviously
boom.
Completely out of control.
Wow.
I don't know what could put him in this position. Oof. Oh my goodness. And looking at that speed, I would say something definitely happened at the lift point or under braking. What great work by that tire barrier to absorb that impact. 4 or 5 rows of tires in front of, there's a great view, right? So to your right, that's turn 6 of Columbus. To your left, that's turn 1 on Columbus. That's where they kind of mix. Right in front of Mike Bagley.
Well, I mean, we all knew that was going to happen.
Into the tires, or do the tires kind of even soften the blow noise-wise?
Never heard a thing. He came into turn number 1. I didn't even know that he had hit it. The colors blending in with the tire pack. But the tire pack did its job. That's why they're there. Those tires are there so the driver just doesn't plow straight into concrete. That softens and cushions that blow that he just took.
By what you've seen, should this be added to the season schedule? I mean, I want to see the Cup race too. I just like it. Like, even though the racing may not be the best, it's just a cool thing. Like, I don't really know. Like, I don't really have an opinion, I guess I could say. I don't have it. Like, if NASCAR doesn't come back to the Chicago Street Course, I'm not going to be that upset. If they do, I'll be happy, you know?
Get Grimace's birthday shake with 10-piece McNuggets or a Big Mac when you order Grimace's birthday meal.
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
For COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breztri.
More money, more opportunity.
Become the most dangerous superstar.
The wild Monday Night Raw you've been banking on is coming.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
You've got Verizon Home Internet. Now, we're making it even easier for you to save more with Mobile Plus Home Loyalty Discount. Fios customers can get our best price for one line on unlimited welcome. Just $30 for one line per month. Start saving now with Mobile Plus Home Loyalty Discount. So game more, watch more, and save more. Switch now. Add Verizon Wireless and add up your savings. Only on Verizon.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want, like a lightweight road bike, clip-in shoes, and a moisture-wicking jacket.
What? Is it too much?
And 2% cash back on what you need.
I think you missed a spot.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. That's real life ready.
Verizon Home Device Protect.
There are great sports cities in this country, and Chicago definitely near the top of the list, if not at the top. Marathon, the Cubs, White Sox, the Bears, Bulls, as well as WNBA, Chicago Sky, Chicago Fire, Chicago Red Stars, Blackhawks. They've got it all here. And now NASCAR on the streets. Well, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock, the USFL Championship game. It's the Pittsburgh Ballers versus the Birmingham Stallions. Game at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio. That there is one of the most iconic stadiums, Soldier Field, here in Chicago, home of the Bears.
1986, Rick. My Patriots, man, Refrigerator Perry, and
From here on out, you never liked the Bears?
That's correct. Since 1986, I was 7 years old. It was a moment in life that really changed the course of my football fandom. But I like that team. It was a flashy team. You're going to lose to somebody.
You remember, you said Refrigerator Perry, remember the Super Bowl Shuffle?
Oh, great. Remember it. I think with a little bit of practice, I might be able to do it.
We don't want to see that, do we, Marty?
Want to see Steve do the Super Bowl Shuffle. I'll pass, Rick. So this would say, hey, they can't make it all the way from here, and Steve talked about it earlier. There should be one stop today, but here's the dilemma. A lot of teams are considering pitting. A little tougher decision for crew chiefs than you might think.
Yeah, what's the fuel?
Andy Street told Austin Hill on the radio. They said in
like
30,
the fuel
said,
run.
My plan is I want to stay out here, but I don't want to be the only one who is here who doesn't come to pit road. So they could pit here, can put on their 4 tires and take fuel only at the end if they need it.
Yeah, Marty, same conversation on my end of pit road, but I'm watching Chandler Smith and what he's able to do on the racetrack. His only top 10 in the last 7 races came at Portland, a road course. So I asked him if that gave him confidence this weekend, and he said, no, this course is new. Every single corner is a challenge. I am still learning through the course of this race. Right now, Dave, though, he seems to be learning fast because he's running in the top 10.
Came this morning, Sheldon Creed told me on the track walk, I want to lead practice, I want to get the pole, and I want to win the race. Didn't quite happen because he crashed in practice going for the pole. So he started at the rear of the field. He's up to 16th. It's reported that the backup car that they got out, is just as good as the one he tried to qualify on the pole with. Just having a little fuel pickup issue right now. But the 2 is going forward. Don't count him out.
That fuel pickup issue, it can be a concern because the way strategy works, as Marty pointed out, you would imagine you're going to be low on fuel towards the end of this race. So I don't know what the fuel pickup issue is, but you need that system to work as efficiently as possible to pick up all of the fuel. Remember, these cars don't have gas gauges, right? You weigh the fuel in, decide how much it takes, do a little bit of math, assume you got it full on the pit stop. A lot of assumptions.
That's why we let you take care of all of the math.
So I moved to TV. I ran out of gas enough times. I said, this is going to be better. But this will be interesting because, do I think new tires will make your car faster? Absolutely. Do I think a fast car can go from,
Trying to see the fuel run, like how far they can go on fuel.
Avoiding trouble while doing it, nearly impossible. The track is just, the twists and the turns, and there's trouble around every corner, as we've seen already in practice.
You mentioned the word trouble. Well, anytime you're in the Midwest, the possibility exists of maybe a storm popping up, which rain is not a problem, lightning is. And within 8 miles, there was a lightning strike. And so,
oh God,
per NASCAR rules, and what they have done in the past, it seems as though they will. NASCAR hasn't claimed it has been close enough yet, but from our standpoint, there has been a lightning strike just outside of 8 miles. So we're waiting here to see if they're ready to go back.
Well, I saw the 88 pit, now the 36, 39. So split decision. Leaders stay out. Back half the fields come to pit road. The 1 of Sam Mayer. Here comes the 88, 39 of Sieg. So split decision, Kim.
And Sieg on pit road right now. I talked with the team. They felt like because of their affiliation with SHR, they have really gained on their road course program. I know this is a street course, but likening it to a road course. So Ryan Sieg on pit road right now.
Josh Berry also on pit road, Kim. He is coming down pit road. They had the pit because they flat spotted the left front tire going into turn 1 a little while ago. You also see the 98 of Riley Herbst on pit road. So some taking advantage of this caution here. 11 to go in stage 2.
Again, 11 laps until stage 2 is complete, where once again we will distribute.
It's about to get wet in Chicago. All right.
Getting ready for the final stage. The checkered flag.
They said that there was a lightning strike, but I don't know what the plan is here. So
it looks like maybe 20-ish stayed out. Custer and Nemechek Hill, the front of the field's going to love to hear that. So the big fear is, all right, strategy, fuel, it's obvious, let's do this, and then all of a sudden, you let your guard down and third on back pits. Now you're the only 2 cars on old tires. And you're like, oh. Man, we have totally messed that up. That's
I don't think it actually was within 8 miles. Like NBC was saying it was within 8 miles, but NASCAR said that it wasn't. So I think we're good.
Just one time, hopefully.
The reason for the caution coming out, we had
yeah, I'm just using Safari for fucking Twitter right now. Like, it's so fucking dumb.
So the field's still bunched up behind the pace cars. They work their way around this 2.2 mile street course here in Chicago. Waiting NASCAR to let them know to double up 2x2s so we can get the restart back underway. Something so unique as racing on the streets. Chicago and any major city in America. It just has not been done before by NASCAR, and this is the first ever race at the Xfinity Series level on a street course.
Rick, there was a lot of trepidation coming of what this course would look like and how it would flow, but I think Denny Hamlin said it the best after Cup qualifying. He'll be on the pole sitter tomorrow for the big Cup race, and Denny said, listen, I'll admit it, I was a naysayer. I wasn't sure it was going to work. He goes, but I think this is actually going to put on a great race. I think we're going to be able to pass. It's been proven by some of the cars today moving through the field.
You see the playoff standings, and multiple wins for Austin Hill and John Hunter Nemechek, Custer Allgaier, Chandler Smith, Burt, and Sammy Smith, all with wins already this season.
On board with Connor Mozak.
Still under caution from here in Chicago and the street course. We'll be back hopefully for the restart right after this.
At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. They put their names on arenas, we put ours on my lower back. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. And if this were one of their ads, they'd end it here with a happy customer. So we'll end ours with an angry goat. Oh, look at the angry goat.
It's a privilege to be able to have land and manage it and work it. The land will teach you many lessons. Nature will teach you many lessons. But the biggest lesson is starting something and finishing it. It's not so much about getting ahead, because that'll never happen, but not getting too far behind. Sure, McDonald's breakfast is good. But getting that McDonald's breakfast 2 minutes before it stops being served, that tastes even better.
For every purpose, for every path, for every soul, for every season, there's a Ram.
During the Ram 4th of July sales event, get 10% below MSRP on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
I started Folds of Honor to help the families of fallen veterans. Today, we celebrate over 44,000 scholarships given to those families. Service never stops, and neither will we.
Like that bone? I got a great price on it.
Did you see my tail when that Chewy box showed up?
Oh, I saw it.
Sorry about the vase.
Can we just say vase like normal people?
Fine.
I always wonder what it would be like to have a tail.
Maybe you did one time. Maybe 1,000 years from now, I'll be tailless using that Chewy app to get you great prices on treats.
Pretty sure it takes more than 1,000 years.
Vase.
Pets aren't just pets. They're more.
Vase.
Save more on what they love with everyday great prices at Chewy.
Choose taking place, and the field getting ready for the restart here. We're again in stage 2. 6 of 15 in this stage. Closing in on the halfway point of the race. Again, 55 laps total.
All right.
Through turn 12 or 11, up to 12, and coming back into the restart zone.
Green flag.
Hard on the gas. John Hunter Nemechek on the outside as well.
Cole Custer has really used that right side for the restart zone at his advantage. And once again, but here's our first real contest we've seen for the second position. Allgaier on the right. Gets run a little wide. Nemechek clear for second.
Fight for third now. There's Allgaier on the inside. And Austin Hill on his outside. Very tight as they come up through 2.
It instantly feels different as we close in on halfway. The drivers are not acting like they were in the first stage or the first start. They know this could be it. We could be very close to green flag pit stop. So, oh man, back into turn 4.
Connor Bozak might have got into the back of Austin Hill there. Down Columbus Drive again, heading for turn 6. Now, Hill trying to stretch it out a bit.
That's a good angle.
John Hunter Nemechek.
This is what a shot.
Woohoo!
Body roll in the top rubber. You can see how just bumpy that left front tire bounces through the corner. Right here's a great shot of the change in surface.
Turn 7 to 8 and up the hill through Congress Loop. A little bit wide there, but it gets narrow.
Once again, we had a few pit stops under the yellow. Miguel Paludo, first one on tires back in 18th. There comes Paludo right there, that bright green number 88. Thank you to Junior Motorsports for the paint scheme. It's a little different than Allgaier. We can point it out. Cole Custer, he has really figured out the restarts. I know the restart zone's a little new, but doing a nice job. There we go. What happens here? Give, take, or do we contest? If Mozak can stay to driver's right, he'll have the inside for turn 2. He will attempt to do that, Rick.
Daniel Hemrick on his outside in the 11. Connor Mozak in the 19 on the inside, and Mozak just noses ahead, but the battle continues.
Woo!
A little bump there by Sammy Smith.
Mozak seems to be off the pace more than I thought.
Picking up the intensity here a little bit.
Maybe just a poor exit. Too wide. This is a very difficult position for too wide. You see why inches to that tire barrier.
Very tight. 4 and 5. Coming out of 5 here. You see him sliding onto Columbus Drive. Through turn 6 and contesting the spot again.
What a shot. That makes you, oh, here we go. Now a little pushing, a little shoving. One of our friends over at Imson IndyCar, what is it? Archie Bargy.
Archie Bargy.
I love it.
Sheldon Creed. Maybe a little Archie Bargy on Connor Mozak.
Street courses, we're going to have to use some street terminology. And the 2 of Sheldon Creed, he has been aggressive all day long when others have been a little timid, all the way back to practice and qualifying, right? He's continued to push.
Remember, Sheldon Creed had the second fastest qualifying, but the work they had to do to that car to get him back out here for the race put him toward the back. Sammy Smith able to clear the 11.
But that was well done by Daniel Hemrick. You see how he timed that to actually leave right on the bumper of the 18 to try to avoid bleeding time to the car behind him. And now we see Creed clear of the 19, a little bit of gap in front. Sheldon's going to try to use that gap as much as possible, run him down.
Saw the 50 of Preston Martis just behind them. He's also an established road racer. There's the 50. Single file, but Steve, not for long. These guys seem to be setting each other up, learning every lap where they could be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, that is exactly right. These passes are set up. It isn't a single corner. You may see a pass. So now we see 2 wide, Kaluta with a crossover, that double 88. So, you know, it's not a single corner pass. You take a corner 2, 3, 4 to time your run to try to get to the rear bumper on the correct straightaway or the correct set of corners. Like this right here. This is not a passing zone. This is basically a speed zone. You have to get through here with enough pace that you have a chance when you get to turn 11 and come back towards the front stretch. This right here, we're looking at Congress Plaza Loop. Now we're looking at him heading into turn 11, a right-hander up and over the bridge.
Because of the weather in the area, and I mentioned that lightning strike earlier, some of our higher cameras are not able to be used right now. And so that is why you're seeing a little bit closer to ground level vantage points.
Yeah, so I have
caution.
We have a caution on the racetrack.
Lightning.
And NASCAR is telling us that that caution is for lightning.
There we go. So they're going to stop the race here.
30-minute delay.
Not quite at halfway, but we might cross it just in the pace laps. I'm not sure if
31 laps to go. So this will bring everybody in.
55 would be 27, right?
Figure out what they need different.
28 would be halfway.
Started on wet, switch to dry tires. That is.
Connor Mozak, as we look back for him. 6 laps to go in stage 2, and the caution comes out for weather here in Chicago. Very close racing.
Some days I cover up.
All right, I'm going to turn on Bob's tweet notifications.
Now I feel free to bare my skin, thanks to Sky Rizzy. I'm celebrating my clearer skin my way. With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. In another study, most people...
Holy shit, the Phillies are leading 19-4.
And Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections, or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Thanks to clearer skin with Sky Rizzy, this is my moment. There's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Sky Rizzy, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save. Ask Sherwin-Williams and save big during the sweet summer sale. Get 30% off paints and stains with sale prices starting at $31.14. Hurry, it's only June 30th through July 10th. Shop online or your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Mutual customizes your car insurance.
So you only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. And you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you
The suit is like a special power. When I put on my suit, be proud, you have superhuman strength.
Putting on my armor, my uniform, I could feel the energy.
Bring the visor down. It's kind of like you're going to battle.
Drive supersonic. Ask everybody. When I put on my suit, I feel like I can do anything.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Credit One Bank, a credit card company. So anytime you go to a new track, obviously you've got to learn it. You have to know every inch, every turn, every straightaway. Well, we asked the Xfinity drivers, please draw what the Chicago street course looks like. This is how they did it.
What's up, guys? NBC asked me to draw the Chicago street course. We'll see what I got.
It's going to be interesting.
We're just gonna start right here in the middle. We'll go with the start line here. I feel like that's probably a little too long.
And then you kind of go up and around. I don't know what building this is, but there's something here.
Then they came close together somehow. Left, right, and that's a little too far.
Is there actually only 2 onboard cams today? I don't know.
Wait a second. That's not bad.
It's gonna need some work.
I feel like
Oh yeah, Justin's was actually pretty damn good.
I feel like I did pretty good.
Justin Allgaier did a pretty good drawing of the street course.
Long-nosed dog or something?
John Arnevich did too.
This track looks way better than the track I designed, so I'm glad they went with their design.
Chicago.
I love when they have drivers try to draw a road course. I think it's so
Has he ever
funny.
even seen Chicago? What kind of prep did he do? Now I'm gonna have to give Allgaier credit, other than the little, like, I don't know, call it like if that is the long-nosed dog, then that's like the mouth maybe over there. But it looks pretty impressive.
Allgaier was right on it. But of course, being from Illinois, he's very familiar with the streets of Chicago. So he knew what it was going to be. NASCAR bringing the cars onto pit road. Again, a lightning strike in the area. No precipitation. If it was just rain, they can rain. They have wet weather tires, and they can continue on. But with lightning, they have to bring them onto pit road. So that is what they're doing now, bringing the entire field. It'll go to a red flag condition. No one can touch the cars. They can't make any adjustments, make any kind of tuning up of the cars while we're under a red flag condition. So that's what we're about to see here in just a moment. Steve, let's take a look at this race recap as we have completed 25 of the 55 laps.
Buster in the pole center led the field to green. You see relatively organized, and then right away an issue for Justin Marks, one of the contenders we thought was going to be around at the end of this race. He had an engine issue and then eventually kind of spun out in his own oil. The owner of Trackhouse Racing, winner last week, will run tomorrow in the Cup race.
Not even halfway. Yep.
As a driver.
Winning stage 1.
There's the red.
Getting a playoff point. Then big hit for Andre Castro in turn 1.
Yeah, really scary impact. End of a very high speed straightaway. Bad angle. Tire pack did an amazing job. And then we got back to racing, and you could tell everybody knew it was starting to get past halfway. It's time to go.
2 wide racing. Right up until the lightning strike. And so that is the situation that we are in now. The cars have been pulled onto pit road, and the red flag now has been displayed. So the drivers can climb out, they can cover the cars, just can't do any kind of adjustments or work on the cars under a red flag condition.
Now, if you're Cole Custer or Nemechek or Allgaier, this could be frustrating because things were kind of going your way. It was a smooth day. You're probably closing in. I mean, look at Cole Custer. He played 25 laps. He
Cole Custer's led every lap.
One of his final, his first and final pit stop.
Yeah, every lap has been led by Cole Custer.
Further back into the field,
because there's like no passing.
Okay, day and night, and now it's a chance to kind of catch your breath and say, reassess. How can I overcome Custer and Nemechek and Allgaier? We've kind of seen the hand that they have.
This delay won't be a full 30 minutes since they already like ran a few minutes under
I don't know
caution.
if there's a tremendous amount of game planning, like option A, B, or C, but it's a lot easier to sit face to face and have those discussions than trying to do it over the radio and explain it to your driver. And with 5 laps to go in the second stage, I think the leaders will run to the end of that stage to get those points as well.
33, I think, is actually when they'll probably uncover the cars.
Enter now for your chance to win a VIP trip for 2 to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at the Phoenix Raceway in Phoenix.
Alright, I will be right back.
$1 million. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR, and home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
Next week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get 1 free. Everyone loves free stuff, Chuck. Can we get paid in a footlong? Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
In my day, I tried keeping up with the game. Now with the power of Xfinity 10G network, my little bro is the game. With the Xfinity 10G network, he sees the game from every angle with barely any lag. My little brother, more like my big MVP. Xfinity is a game changer.
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now.
The Sonic 2 for $7 deal lets you choose from a Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, and 6-piece mod sticks. Any combination you want. It's like your birthday, but without that weird email from your dentist. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
It's orientation day. Welcome to the team.
Be part of something greater. Toyota, let's go places.
There are many types of turns at the Glen, not just the 7 that are paved with asphalt. There's the opportunity for a driver's first win, and the chance of payback for another. There's space to camp under the stars, and seats to see the ones down below. There's man, machine, and a quiet track nestled in the woods, ready to put on one amazing show. And it's your turn to witness it all. Watkins Glen. Get your tickets now at theglen.com.
So much history of racing in Chicago and the area. See Fred Lorenzen from Elmhurst, Illinois. Used to call him the Elmhurst Express. Chicagoland Speedway, most recent here in the Chicago area. See Field Museum and Soldier Field. Soldier Field opened in 1924. Still the oldest active stadium in the NFL. Actually hosted those NASCAR Premier Division races that we saw there in the history of racing in Chicago. Back in 1956, the first race was won by Fireball Roberts. All right, Jeff pulled you out of turn 11 and back into the booth. Obviously, an issue here with lightning in the area, but how about all of the action that was taking place right in front of you there in turn 11?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this racetrack. I mean, it's
Or even is the broadcast booth.
Into turn 11. It's just has so many different personalities. You have these fast sweeping corners that have gotten drivers in trouble. You have the high braking zones, some really long straights. I mean, I would have to think these straights are as long as any street course straights I've ever seen, and that ultimately is going to lead to some passing zones. And I still think they're just learning so much. I mean, it is amazing to race a racetrack like this with such limited practice. As this race goes
Could be
on,
getting drivers back in their cars by around 6:24.
Just pick that intensity up. The drivers going to look up, see how many laps are left. And I think
This won't be a long
a
delay.
little bit more aggressive than what we've seen so far.
you had mentioned strategy earlier. We saw quite a few cars actually come to pit road under that last.
How's your day or week been? It's actually been pretty good.
It's
been a pretty good day, pretty good week.
Well, they want this to be a one pit stop race, so 30 laps to go. They've run 25 plus a few pace laps. So they're really close to their first, final, and only pit stop, right? They want to make one trip to pit road. I like what Miguel Paludo and the Junior Motorsports team did. He pitted and restarted right around 20th, and he's driven all the way up to 13th. And while he definitely has to come back down pit road, he might be able to come down pit road for just a splash of fuel. Well, maybe a little more than a splash, 5-6 seconds worth of come out first, gain all that track position. The real question is, as we sit here under a lightning delay, will the storms that have created the lightning get close enough to drop rain? And while that won't prevent us from going racing, that will prevent Paludo from not changing tires, because he's going to have to take those slicks off, put rain tires on. We know it will work. We started practice this morning in wet conditions on rain tires. So surprisingly, the drivers actually have a lot of experience at a very new racetrack.
It's been a very busy day. We saw earlier the Xfinity Series practice, qualifying, and then the Cup Series came out. And Austin Cindric in the 2, he had a little trouble negotiating 4 and 5.
Yeah, just so fast into 4, you have to attack that corner. It's almost a sweeping corner from 4 to 5. Lost the back of the race car, came around there. He wasn't the only one. William Byron went in, hit almost the same exact spot, a little bit squarer, but it did damage the left rear. And then, Jeff, then it moved kind of over to your section. Now over here on Michigan Ave.
Yeah, you see right here, a big impact by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He went to turn into that corner, tried to get close to the wall on the right side, clipped that right side wall, and that shot him directly into the left side wall.
And then Chase Elliott was just a little off, maybe what we expected. Chase Elliott was pushing hard, and he hits the driver's right, which straightens the car up. Big, heavy impact into that wall. You see the barrier move. Those barriers are 10,000 pounds each. Moves a couple barriers, luckily got out. Same for Harvick. Turns it, hits the inside, which straightens it up, bang, straight into that barrier.
Yeah, all those last 3 wrecks were all for the same reason, trying to turn early, get really close to the inside wall, and just much misjudging. And why does that happen? Because that makes speed. And Denny Hamlin, he did it all right. Denny Hamlin came here, pole sitter. Great job by Denny, road racer. And these Toyotas, last year, they couldn't even think about winning a race, it seemed like, on a road course. They were not very competitive, but this year they have been very good.
Tomorrow on NBC and Peacock, it's Countdown to Green at 5 o'clock, 5:30 Cup Series Racing. And then at 9 o'clock, right after the checkered flag flies, it's NASCAR America Post Race. It's on Peacock. And take a look at the playoff standings for the Cup Series. William Byron and Kyle Busch, 2 drivers with 3 wins already in the season.
Well, storylines galore. The drivers in yellow that have a win, they feel good. Why they're not, I don't think we're going to have over 16 winners. So I'm going to call those 11 locked in. The question is, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman barely out, Ty Gibbs right on the cusp. Allmendinger always the threat at the road courses, and not even on this page is Chase Elliott after his injury and having to sit out of the race car. Can he make up enough points? So there's a lot to watch other than just who was able to go to victory lane.
There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of racing left to go in the regular season to determine who's going to make the playoffs. And you can see Kevin Harvick sitting there in 12th. He's going to have to start in the back with a repaired car. Some really good race car drivers are going to have to start in the back and try to charge their way to the front.
Drivers out of their cars, they get a lightning strike. With the cars on the pit road and a red flag condition.
And Rick, for the fans at home that say, well, they're standing on pit road. For this race to operate safely, spotters are on elevated surfaces. There's certain parts of this that have to be orchestrated for the race to run. And thankfully, NASCAR, no different than I think about every sport you watch, right? Open air football stadiums have lightning delays. We've seen that both at college and the pro level. This is not a new phenomenon. I think what it really is the technology to be able to really find out that the lightning's in the area, and that's safer for the fans, the competitors, and everyone alike.
It's always confusing, right, as a fan, when you watch television, you're going to a road course, and they have rain tires, and they're sitting there not being able to run. But the sport has a responsibility to take care of all the people that Steve just mentioned. And some fans decide to do what they want, but ultimately they really have been left with no choice but just stop the race, let the lightning clear out, and then go again.
We're talking safety, the NTT IndyCar Series. Earlier today at Mid-Ohio, this is practice number 2. Simon Pagenaud, watch closely to the right. Simon Pagenaud barrel rolling numerous times up in the air. The safety crew got to him immediately, but right along. They rolled the car over and got
That was a crazy crash.
out. He was checked and released from the infield care center. But the way it works in IndyCar, they will reevaluate him tomorrow before they clear him to get back into the car to race.
I mean, it's so thankful to see Simon wave to the crowd as he's walking across the sand there. I mean, that, Jeff, is one of those moments. I mean, the first time we saw it, it kind of reminded me like the Ross Chastain move at Martinsville. Like, it's so outrageous, you couldn't believe it was real. I felt the same way about that accident for Pageant. The car flipped. I couldn't count as many times. I couldn't keep up with it. It was just amazing. Fortunately, it kept momentum. It never dug in real hard. You know what I mean? It kept rolling. It was rolling quickly and never hit anything hard. So that's a good thing for his health for sure. And hopefully he can be in the race tomorrow.
Yeah, IndyCar Series racing tomorrow from Mid-Ohio. Coverage on USA and Peacock at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. The pole, Colton Herta. He grabbed it. Alex Ballou will start in the 4th position. Leads the championship standing, won 3 of the last 4 races.
Pesky leaks. Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal Spray seals out water, air, and moisture. Stops and prevents leaks indoors, outdoors, and virtually anywhere you need. Available in a full line of sealed products.
goes around in a circle. I mean, with the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you get to choose from a Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, and 6-piece hot sticks. If that doesn't sound appealing, you might need to turn up your TV. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. This weekend only, shop 4th of July doorbusters. Plus get 60-month special financing, and all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Shop and save today, only at Ashley.
Looks like you got a corner office. Lucky.
Be part of something greater. Get a free ticket to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny when you spend $35 at Applebee's. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
In my day, I tried keeping up with the game. But now with the power of Xfinity 10G network, my little bro is the game. With the Xfinity 10G network, he sees the game from every angle with barely any lag. My little brother, more like my big MVP. Xfinity is a game changer.
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. The future starts now.
I need to try it first.
In Chicago, we take sports seriously. After all, we've seen just about everything. Of course there's 6 cups hoisted and a dynasty. But there's one thing we haven't seen until now. NASCAR. Right on the streets of Chicago. Tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
The situations I've been in, I've learned from every one of them and tried to be better through all of it.
Chastain got in the back of him.
So sorry to Brennan and everybody for Queer. I owe a big apology and a bit more.
Oh, he got Gregson high.
Noah and I have a very similar attitude.
I do want to give a rest in peace though to I don't even know what series it was in. I think he was in the FIA. He died at Spa today. Delano Van Hoff. I don't know exactly what the racing series he was in is.
A lot of people think that Ross Chastain just came onto the scene, but he hasn't.
But man was only 18 years old.
Xfinity Series, any opportunity he
So sad. So fucking sad. I mean,
in the Cup Series, 3 wins. fans, those have all
It's a
come
Formula Regional.
years because
All right, I think that's what it's called.
Trackhouse Racing, the level of equipment stepped up, and his driving style.
But yeah, no, it's fucking terrible.
May have gotten more aggressive because he was running up front as opposed to running back.
They were racing at Spa today, and he had a pretty bad crash and unfortunately passed away. So, you know, as a member of the racing family, even though it's like I don't know, I never knew who he was, never heard of him, but, you know, it's one big family, and we show our love to everyone. It's a damn shame.
It doesn't seem real. When it happened, it didn't seem real. This view right here, he had to do something to advance, and it's kind of Ross Chastain's mantra, which is whatever it takes. You know, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to be okay. When he won a week ago at Nashville, the first thing out of his mouth was, people are going to try to tear you down. People are going to judge how you do what you do behind the wheel, and I don't care. Here I am, and I can appreciate that more. I think some of the confusion with Ross is the aggressive on the racetrack, a little bit of...
Apparently, yeah, I think the series that he was racing was called Freca. F-R-E-C-A.
Calculated Ross, but he was not afraid to tell us what he thought, Jeff, when he was standing on pit road victorious. Yeah,
Formula Regional European Championship.
Kind of frustrated with hearing the
I don't know where the A comes from.
And you know, I've been one of those guys that have said, hey, look.
But yeah, no, that's a damn shame, bro.
And there was a time earlier this year, there were like 9 straight races he had incidences on track. Well, at some point, drivers are going to get upset with that. However, you learn over time how to not be involved in that kind of situation. Ross Chastain, he's had to fight, scratch, claw his whole way to get here. And so now that he's here and driving great equipment, he is going to keep doing that. And so he is a very fast race car driver. He won that race last week. He just drove past everybody. I mean, he was just fast with everybody. So I think the transformation of Ross Chastain will take years. It's not going to happen in a few weeks. If you do, you're going to slow him down. You need to let Ross be Ross and let him evolve over time.
I mentioned last week, it ended up being just a fast Chevy. When the lights went down, he ran down Denny Hamlin. He passed him for the lead. Kept the lead through green flag pit stops, and in the end was able to hold off a hard charging or at least a fast Martin Truex Jr. who kind of stayed only about 10 car lengths back. Then we got the watermelon smash.
His tradition, being in a family of watermelon farmers, brought that to the racetrack. Again, Cup race tomorrow. So when a delay, Jeff, that, as you mentioned, everybody's standing by their cars, it's not raining. How does a driver refocus, climb back in the car, and be as competitive as they can as we've got about half the race still to go?
Well, I think in this racing situation, it actually gives drivers an opportunity to evaluate what they've learned to this point. So you had practice, qualifying, and now this part of the race. Now the driver can get out, have a conversation with his team, have a conversation with his teammates that also drive race cars, and talk about, okay, this corner, I do this. This is where I'm struggling in this corner. There's so much learning going on right now. This break actually helps them kind of soak it all in and now go apply it. And normally it's just an emotional, okay, I'm going to be out of this car for a little bit. I'm going to get back in. And when I get back in, I need to get realigned. I got to get focused on driving and how am I going to win this race. But today, you're able to refocus on what have I learned. What is it that I've consumed? What is it I need to be better at? What is it that I, as a driver, can do to impact this car? And that's different today than normal, just because of such limited track time.
Steve, the car's sitting right in front of you. I mean, it's right there. As a crew chief, you've got to be thinking, okay, I can just, do some type of an adjustment, but you can't. How, as a crew chief, do you keep your crew ready to go? Because it's a split-second decision normally when they come to pit road, and you have to make a decision and what kind of adjustment you make.
So I think what I've learned is that the professional pit crews, you see them here, they're kind of sitting and waiting. You don't want to continue to have them at the ready because you know it's going to be a delay. The most important thing is have a plan mentally that when you get the word we're going back racing, have communicated to your pit crew coach, to your chief mechanic, to the spotter. At that point, you kind of turn the volume back up, right? You You don't want them to get them out of game mode, but I think it's unfair to expect these guys. There's no more roaring engines. There's no more, anticipation of the next pass or the next position. So you allow them. It's been a long day. We started very early in the morning with practice and qualifying. So you kind of allow them to, quote, relax physically, make sure mentally they're right there ready to put the switch back on.
It's been a long day. The track was open at 7 o'clock this morning because, again, Chicago didn't give them all of the streets until about 5 this morning, so 7 o'clock a track walk.
You don't have to be in the race to be in the race.
Here comes the 94.
Don't miss your chance to race for the million. Introducing the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
What a power move.
Enter now for your chance to win a VIP trip for two to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at the Phoenix Raceway.
In Phoenix.
With the grand prize winner taking home $1 million. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR, and home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff. Get a free ticket to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny when you spend $35 at Applebee's. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Time to meet your team.
Be part of something greater.
Yeah, Progressive Home Quote Explorer makes it easy to compare home insurance options. I told my wife I'd been here for hours. What do we do now? We live.
Save time and money with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. What you do afterwards is up to you.
Oh, I was actually just thinking I would take a nap.
When you look back on this day, you might remember the heat wave, or the kiddie pool that definitely looks bigger online, or a burst of strawberry shortcake flavor and real strawberries.
When are we going
or
fucking...
crazy slush,
Like what? I thought...
vanilla ice cream, and flurries of sweet, crunchy sugar crystals. Greg, however, will never forget the homemade water slide incident. Sonic 299 strawberry shortcake snowball slush float. Sonic.
For the world's greatest athletes, there is nothing like competing on the world's biggest stage. And when that stage is here, anything is possible. The Paris Olympics, next summer.
Are you ready for primetime USFL action? It's a championship showdown on NBC and Peacock as the Pittsburgh Maulers square up against the Birmingham Stallions. Come on! Only on NBC and Peacock.
Chicago has been the backdrop for numerous movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Batman: The Dark Knight, The Blues Brothers, very famous, about Joliet, about last night, The Fugitive, Home Alone, Christmas special, Hoop Dreams, My Best Friend's Wedding, The Untouchables, so many different iconic movies around the Chicago area as we look for tomorrow's schedule. Countdown to Green starts at 5 o'clock on NBC and 7 past on Peacock. At 5:30, the green flag will fly for Cup Series racing. At 9 o'clock, or just after the checkered flag flies, will be NASCAR America Post Race on Peacock. You'll see that all year long. All right, guys, do you have a favorite movie of the Chicago movies that we've seen?
The Fugitive.
Yeah, Fugitive.
Harrison Ford, yeah.
Yes, Richard Kimball.
I like that one. Yeah.
Without a doubt, I think it pushed me along in my childhood. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, the ingenuity to answer the doorbell. I mean, come on, Rick. That might have, looking back on it, maybe that's how I had a few missteps with NASCAR inspection. It really all started from that movie back in 1986. Bueller.
The Nats are pathetic. They're one of the worst teams in baseball this year, but their ballpark might be the most underrated. Let me show you.
I kind of think Home Alone. The slapping to the face, the aftershave,
For those who don't live directly next to the stadium, you can take the Metro, which is super easy. Transportation, 9 out of 10, as long as the Metro isn't single tracking. Up next, pregame atmosphere.
Parker's all smiles. He feels good. He said, hey, let it rain, but no lightning. Which there hasn't been lightning. And so, Jeff, I guess send you back up to your perch and turn 11.
Let's go. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all something. One thing cool about this racetrack is so much fun. It's on the city streets. And I have walked enough this week where I don't have to walk anymore.
Have you been counting your steps?
My thing broke. I kicked it out.
Well, Marty is standing by with the only guy to lead laps in a race at Chicago Street Race.
By the way, we get a vote on the movie as well. We can go with Ferris Bueller's Day Off because Cole wanted that Ferrari.
Are we ever gonna go back fucking like?
So, hey, how have you?
It's been over 30 minutes.
Laps, but every restart been able to get such a
Like updates, no Bob updates, no fucking.
First gear on these restarts, and you can really just launch out of that gear. So it just works out good, and it works out good for the leader through that turn 12. But overall, I mean, we just have such a fast car. I mean, these guys really got it dialed in. So hopefully the rain holds off. I'd love for it to, but if it does, you know, we'll manage it. And it'll be.
What do you mean
we
standings?
have fast Haas Automation Ford Mustang, and I think we have.
Oh, we'll definitely be racing in the
potential
next
to
hour,
either
but.
hopefully have a chance to win this thing. So just gotta keep it clean.
Are you surprised at how well this racetrack has raced? All the drivers I've talked to said, "Man, it's unbelievable out there."
Yeah, I was honestly shocked that we didn't wreck more cars. You know, it's edgy. I mean, there's so much that can go wrong in just one lap. You got to really be on notice with yourself every single corner, not overdrive it, not to make any mistakes. So, hats off for the field so far. I mean, I'm sure it can get crazy here at the end of the race. We'll see. Maybe I said that too soon, but it's impressive so far.
It is starting to sprinkle a little bit. So if there is racing in the rain, how will that change the dynamic when it's on a street course, which you've never done?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because we did get to do some rain laps in practice with Xfinity cars, so we have a little bit of an experience with that, and we'll just kind of go and take it as it comes, you know? I mean, I think we have a good car, and we weren't bad in the rain, so just got to manage it and make sure you don't make any big mistakes. The biggest thing.
How did the win at Portland change kind of the mindset for you guys on the 0-0 team, Cole?
Well, it's just all about playoff points, you know? I mean, we want to get as many playoff points as we can, and we don't want anybody else to get any, you know? So that'll just help you so much once you get into the playoffs and get into the final round. So we're on kill right now where everything's clicking, I feel like, and me and JT have worked really hard, and everybody at the shop, and everything's really going in the right direction.
So when you looked at the tracks this year, did you honestly think road courses would kind of be the strength of your team?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've always been good at road courses. You know, I feel like I've always done a solid job at them. I hadn't won one before this year, which always frustrated me because I'd always been in the mix, but it never really sealed the deal. So to finally get that one meant a lot. But hopefully we get a second one here. I mean, we got a really fast car. They did a great job with it. So hopefully we finish that.
Going back to that Portland race, you had to earn it on a final few restarts. So how much confidence did that give you at that part of your game?
Huge. I mean, there was so much that happened in that race, you know, with overdriving the corners and how the restarts played out. And, we were able to get up the good side of it, but we have a fast car today. You might see some of that too. I mean, you're going to have to really push the limits here at the end of the race, so hopefully we'll be on the good side.
Is that in the back of your mind? You're thinking, all right, if this comes down to later, I like that.
Red Sox win.
This a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know if I haven't been packed yet, so I don't really know, but I don't know how aggressive everybody's been on the restarts yet. So, but when it comes down to it, you know, you got to. So it's going to be wild once everybody's tend to go, and you know, everybody wants to get that spot up front.
Led every lap so far, and Rick, that sprinkling I mentioned a moment ago, it's now stopped. So hopefully we're getting closer to getting back to green here in Chicago.
It's been over 30 minutes. What do you mean talking about getting closer to green? Like, it's what are we doing? Like, I'm so confused right now. What the fuck are we doing?
And his favorite movie, well, it kind of ties in with his helmet. Top Gun.
This is my helmet for this season. If you're a movie junkie, you love the pilot stuff, you're gonna recognize it right off the bat. But it's from the brand new Top Gun with a twist. I wanted to kind of incorporate the rooster design portion of it, but I wanted to put my name, obviously. I think to use the sun, I think that's pretty cool. I wanted to kind of highlight that. The coolest thing about this entire helmet is the oxygen mask that you would plug into the jet. So that's what the front of this is. And then Rooster's helmet doesn't have this. But this is kind of my logo. This is what I've always put on every one of my helmets. I call this the Cowboy Bandit, the Skull Bandit. A super cool, unique helmet this year. I've done a lot of different things in the past. It's hard to continue to come up with ideas, but this one for sure knocked it out of the park.
So Top Gun Maverick. I thought it was a great movie as well. Oh, I enjoyed Top Gun when I was thinking about I wanted to be a pilot right after that. And then, of course, Top Gun Maverick followed. Kim.
Sam, do you mind going to this site called Transfer Market, going to Orlando City and putting the score for the game on the bottom corner? I don't know if I don't think it's that easy just to. It's like, see, I can only. Oh, actually, I can make the window pretty small. All right.
Trying our best to prepare, and it is definitely fun to come race here. But so difficult to pass. I think that everyone is just kind of being patient in the beginning. People are definitely getting comfortable though, so I think that you're going to start seeing a little bit of that ramp up now once we kind of get back going inside the car. So big thanks to Menards, Homeworks, everyone that's on board here this weekend with us. We got some guests from those guys, so pretty cool. We just got to get going, but I think our strategy right here is going to play out pretty good and get us some track position.
I don't know how to do it.
I really think that's all we're missing. It's just trying to get some track
I'm not
position.
fooling with
I
it.
think that'll pay dividends when we do that.
I wanted to ask about strategy. Currently running 30th, but you made a pit stop on lap 19. Questions as to the drivers that came down that lap. Are they going to be good to the end of the race if we see some cautions?
It's might be a little bit of a stretch for sure. Now we're kind of getting a few sprinkles, so I think if you had to come put stickers on that or rain tires on that, will be a little bit different. I don't think it'll work out as well as it would have if it just stays dry, but it's just pretty light right now, so it still may work out for us. But yeah, it'll be close, but at least I think getting that track position is going to help. I don't think that these guys are done having some moments here today too, so hopefully we'll be in a position where we'll get a caution and I'll come back down again and get some good.
It is spinning right now. Talking about wet weather tires, we got to use them, or you got to use them yesterday in practice. Give me an idea of the feel of the race car on the wet weather tires versus the slicks.
I've never been a big fan of rain racing until a few years ago, and I actually picked up on a bunch of little things that helped me a ton rain racing. So I'm good with it. Bring it on. You know, I think that it's pretty fun. The biggest thing that I've always underestimated with that rain tire is just the grip level of it. It's actually got way more grip than you would ever think, and it needs a lot of heat. Those are the two big keys with that rain tire that you really have to remember as a driver to make it work. So yeah, definitely gotta stay after it when the rain comes. But the pace falls off too, so it's a really good equalizer, I think, for everybody because everything just kind of gets a little bit slower and it bunches everybody up.
Marty, sounds like Brendan Jones is ready for the wet or the dry.
Let's chat with John Hunter Nemechek, second right now. So the word we were talking about earlier was survival, right? Are you surprised, though? It's been a very clean race.
What the fuck is happening? Why aren't we going?
Yeah, no.
I'm so confused right now.
I feel like everyone kind of knew coming in that we had to be respectful to one another out here. I think what Tart said yesterday that every driver knows where the problem areas are and how do you use that, right? So for us, we've had a really good day. Our Yahoo Toyota GR Supra has been really fast, almost as fast as Xfinity 10G. Cole is definitely a little bit better than us right now, but hopefully when we make a pit stop, whenever we do, and either
Oh, I think they got rid of the right. Oh wait, no, never mind.
We'll be able to make the adjustments that we need to go contend for a win.
So when you and I were talking, I said, tell me about the course. Do you see the buildings? What do you see? And you said, I see the fans. I mean, do you see them packed against the fence?
Yeah, you definitely do. Being able to ride around here under caution has been really, really cool. Looking out to the right, out to the left, I mean, there's fans packed everywhere. And it reminds me of some other road courses that we've run in the Truck Series and in the Cup Series where it's just completely packed. I mean, going from turn 5 to turn 6, if you look out the right side under caution, it's 2 or 3 rows of people packed up against the fence, and I think there was one guy even hanging out of a tree watching. So it's been really cool. This whole experience of racing downtown Chicago has been amazing. Hats off to everyone in NASCAR, Julie, the town of Chicago, for all that they've done. And it's been an adventure. It's been a new thing for us trying to figure out our bearings, but I'm having a blast.
So when the schedule came out, were you thinking, man, should Xfinity be first? I mean, maybe the Cup guys want to go run the race first rather than us. What's that like to be the first race on the street course?
Yeah, I think it can go one of two ways. It could have went really good or really bad, right? And I feel like so far it's gone really good. Everyone's been respectful. Everyone's been trying to learn.
What the fuck is
logging laps and making mental notes?
No more interviews. Get back in your fucking cars. Everyone's pissing me off. This shit's dumb.
More things, but it's I'm kind of glad we're first. We're the first ones on the Chicago street course here racing in iconic days. So hopefully we can go out and be the first winners of the inaugural street race and first winners of the weekend.
Speaking of being first, you literally were the first car on the track for practice. What was that moment like? Did you take it? Did you take it in? Did you kind of soak it in? What was that like coming down pit road, pushing the car, and being on the track for the first time?
Yeah, no, it was super neat. Being able to roll out our down pit road first and then leave the pit box today first for practice as well. It's definitely been an amazing experience, and I can say I was the first one on the racetrack.
Yeah, so as the rain picks up here, how's that going to change the game? Because we will race here in the rain. How did you feel like your car was in the rain?
Well, I hope it downpours. I feel like we know what we did wrong earlier when it was just drizzling a little bit, so hopefully we can make that adjustment to be better in the rain. But we weren't very good earlier today in practice, so we just felt on top of the racetrack and didn't feel like I had any grip. So where other cars were making quite a bit of grip, so we have to go back to work.
In 15 minutes, can you get?
We talked a lot about that just with rain in the forecast and unknown, right? So I feel like we have a good game plan if we go back on slicks or if we go back on wet.
I don't want to put up other shit on my screen.
Let it rain.
There you go. And Kim, a moment ago, he mentioned Ben Bayshore, his crew chief. They chatted about that as well. What are we going to do? What's the plan if it does indeed rain? As it continues pretty steady here, Kim.
Yeah, it's definitely getting heavier down here, Marty. Brett Moffitt and I were just discussing what's going to happen to the racetrack. It got rubbered up. We're going to see this rain. Not quite enough to walk up the track. What do you think we're looking at when we go green here?
I don't know. This weather's been all over the place. The rain has stopped. Now it's starting to pick back up again. But so far the racing's been really great. Our AM Technical Solutions Ford Mustang is really fast. We got the track position we need. So hopefully we can go collect on some stage points here again in the second stage and move on. We'll just have to be on the tip of our toes with what tire decision we want to make or if NASCAR mandates that for us. But still a lot of racing left. Hopefully we can stay clean and stay up front.
It has been clean and relatively calm. Do you predict that's going to be the second half of the race, or if things get ratchet up, we're going to see some chaos?
Well, the rain could be a big decider in that, but I do think even if we do go back dry, I think the drivers are getting more comfortable finding out where they can push a little bit more here and there, and that's going to create more chaos, certainly on restarts and even just trying to push to catch the guy in front of you. So comfort can be a bad thing in terms of chaos, but yeah, I would expect a little more excitement as we go.
When we take the green flag, Brett Moffitt will roll off from the fourth position.
So many have talked about the rain. I want to take a look at the radar. This front little storm that is coming through looks as though it's trying to pass to the north of us. We see another one building back there. And again,
what is happening?
It's not because of the rain, because we can race in wet conditions. We can't race if there's lightning.
Yeah, lightning's the issue. The real question is with the rain, will it be mandated wet tires or team decision? We'll just have to see.
Let's check in with Del Jarrett and Brad Doherty. All right, guys, a little bit of a break here. Let's recap. What did you guys think? What did you see in those first 25 laps?
Well, DJ, I think we heard all the guys talk about the patience and the respect and those types of things, and we saw that. I thought towards the end of that last run, it was starting to ratchet up just a little bit. But I want to talk off of what Brett Moffitt was saying. When they go back racing, your race car driver, are you going to immediately go and try to take advantage of what you've learned as you go back to this second half of racing, or are you just going to sit and ride a little while and wait on the weather?
Yeah, I like that Kim asked that question to kind of set that up. It was perfect, and Brett Moffitt did a good job of answering, and I think he's very truthful in that I expect to see a lot more contact here. I think that you are realizing now there are only 30 laps, and there's going to be less than that by the time we take the green flag to go in this race. And if you're going to find your way to the front, you're going to have to start pushing a little harder and moving a little bit. Few more people out of the way. So we'll take a look at these first 25 laps here with the race recap that we've got. Been kind of calm. Cole Custer got a great job.
I read a tweet that the race is canceled, but then Bob said that that's not true, so I don't know.
This engine issue, and we expected him to have a big day today. It's too bad. All down the track pretty bad, though.
Man, it sure did. It took a while to clean all this up. You could see he spun in the oil that was coming out, and then as he sat there, everything that was inside this engine came out, but Cole Custer went on to lead every lap of that first stage and take those 10 points plus the playoff point.
Yeah, just manage that track position, and that's what we're talking about. Is that going to change as we go forward? And we saw this young man get into the tie barrier as well. Just a lot of inexperience there. Went in driver's side first, unfortunately, but we had a restart there. Cole Custer goes out again, takes the lead. Nemechek's trying to run him down.
Yeah, Cole Custer's just done a really good job. We heard him talking a while ago about some restarting in first gear, the launch he's able to get.
This pisses me off because I literally don't know what's happening right now. My biggest, the thing that angers me the most is confusion.
Doing a really good job of maintaining that first position and realizing how important it is that he does that every single time here. So, but there's going to come a time with some alternating.
Apparently, security is telling fans to leave the track, which is like I wouldn't. Like I paid, like if I paid $500 for fucking tickets, I'm not leaving the track just because he told me to. Like what?
What he's like around traffic.
Yeah, tell me this: what are these tires? I mean, what kind of grip do they make if there is a downpour?
Yeah.
How grippy is it?
Yeah, well, it's not very. I mean, it obviously if it doesn't puddle up, then and of course they'll stop the race if it does that. But you know, if it's closed on it, the rain tire actually will provide a little bit more grip in some ways. You know, Steve Letard and some others were talking yesterday. They should send them out, or this morning we were talking actually that they should send those guys out, the Xfinity drivers, on the rain tire just to lay some rubber down, because it will do that quicker than the slip tire actually will. But so it's something to have there. If you get alternating strategies there, it could be an interesting race here. Be a little bit more aggressive driving in some areas. I think that they could get that. So it could be a lot of fun for us. Hey, this is going to be fun regardless of which tires they're on, because it's getting time to win this race.
Yeah. Who else have you seen outside of Cole Custer and Nemechek?
So another lightning strike. You fucking could have just.
Keep your eye on Justin Allgaier in that 7.
I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed.
I agree. Watch out for that 7.
See the drivers getting ready to understand that it's coming up. Yeah, they're lapping right now, but getting ready to get serious.
Get a free ticket to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny when you spend $35 at Applebee's. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We lost part of our forest fire several years ago. We decided to stay up and cover. People who have heavy machinery have the opportunity to reach out and help their neighbors for the common good.
I started Folds of Honor to help the families of fallen veterans. Today, we celebrate over 44,000 scholarships given to those families. Service never stops, and neither will we.
As the new face of the golf now, people are so excited to see me. Yes, I am a golfer. Which is why I love this, the #1 way to book tee times whenever, wherever you play. Golfer! Yep, us golfers love it. Get your golf on now with Golf Now.
Don't miss our new member offer.
The idea of doing a club of investors is something that I dreamed up a very long time ago, but now it's for real.
Join Jim Cramer and the CNBC Investing Club. Go to cnbc.com/club offer now.
Summertime in New York. It's easy. Easy to find big grills. Easy to chill. Easy to do it all together. Easy to make memories that last forever. It's easy to love New York, and it's easy to plan your summer getaway at iloveny.com.
Wake up, Achievers. You're making the most of every hour of your life, except the hours that you're sleeping. So why do we leave so much untapped potential on the table? This is a next level bet, or a next level you. My circadian rhythm is kicking your circadian rhythm butt.
It's not a competition.
I know. But I'm still winning.
So it is a competition. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is now only $8.99, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Shop now, only at Sleep Number.
With liberty and justice for all.
This was our last dance, and it was a wonderful walk. Tonight, because of what we did on this day, at this defining moment, change has come to America.
So many celebrations in Grant Park, and right in the middle is Buckingham Fountain. There is a 20-minute water show every hour in
What's up, Jaden? You're here to cure... I'm not depressed, it's just fucking... I'm just confused. Like, at 6:03, that's when the lightning strike came. 30 minutes passed and no more lightning strikes. And then at 6:33, they were just dicking around, not going, like, literally... I don't know what they were doing. Like, just literally fucking standing there.
Up to 11th. You up for showers, or would you rather be dry?
But...
Do you want a 20-minute water show every hour from now on?
I think rain.
Well, yeah, I know lightning hit now, but, like... I know lightning hit now, but, my point is that 20 minutes ago when it wasn't, you know?
I think our long run speed was really good. Like you said, I had just gotten to 11th, and I feel like I was finally getting to a rhythm.
But I got this package that I want to open. I ordered some die casts, so I want to open them. I don't really even remember what I got. I remember, like, one of the things, but... So let's open it now that Jaden's here. Alright. So here's the first thing. This is pretty fucking sick. Oh, there we go. So you open it up, and then you get this. This is pretty cool.
What's your experience been like this?
It's a, it's like the moment where Chase Elliott and Jimmy Johnson were, like, it was like a passing of the torch moment. And they got a die-cast set for it, which I think is pretty cool. So I might leave this in the box. I don't know.
Wife for letting me just, get after it on iRacing and let me run laps every night for a few hours. I did so many laps this week with my teammate and came in by myself.
Oh wait, that was the only one in there. So I guess my other ones are coming at a later date.
Stadium super trucks and Bobby Gordon in Australia, a bunch of times with the Supercar doing the stadium trucks there. So
that was the only one in there, so I guess the other ones didn't come with it.
But until you see it, right, it's hard to know exactly what it's going to be like. But I think NASCAR did an amazing job. I think it's only going to go up from here and get better, and maybe you'll see us in other cities and maybe combine races with IndyCar. I think the options are endless. So I love to see where it's going.
I think no matter what we do, you'll see Sheldon Creed being aggressive on track like he was today, Kim.
Well, Dave, every time I have talked to Caswell this weekend, he has had a big smile on his face, been very excited. I know you like your race car. When I mentioned the wet weather, though, you perked up. You said, bring it on. Why?
I've got some experience in the rain, and I feel like the way we've approached the weekend so far has been, more on the reward side.
You should have both packages. I'll check upstairs real quick. I will check upstairs. Yeah, Jaden has my account information, so he tracks my packages sometimes. Maybe the other one's upstairs somewhere, or in the mailbox. I'll go check.
If it rains, I think you're going to see a lot of scratches on cars. So as long as we're not one of them, then I feel like that's an opportunity for us to gain some track position. So our Sim Hunt Racing crew's done a great job. Our Supra has been as fast as Xfinity 10G. We've been off on pace on the road courses so far this year, but we came with a whole different package this weekend and really seem to have found something. So I like what I feel in the car, and we're 10th right now. I honestly think we've got an opportunity.
Yep, here we go. I got it.
If we get this restarted soon. So I'm excited.
I don't remember the other two die casts I ordered. Those were the only ones that I remembered, so I don't even... It's actually kind of nice. I think it's a surprise.
How do you adjust through the race core throughout the race once you learn more about each turn and just continue to build that notebook through the course of the race?
Yeah, our time here.
All right, so let's see the other two. I think it was two.
All the way up until our last green flag lap.
All right.
Our last green flag lap was my fastest in the race so far, even though we're
Yes, it's 2.
5 laps in on tires. So I think everybody's still learning, getting faster
All right.
out there, and I think as it happens, you're going to see more
Kyle Busch, 3G.
step over the line and get the ball. So,
Yes, the Weed Man. This is the one that I've really wanted for a while. The Weed Man.
A little bit crazy out there, overly aggressive. That's usually when we're able to pick our way through and get to the front.
That's awesome.
I gotta say, our car looks really cool here.
And now the other one. Chase Briscoe, Mahindra Tractors. Pretty sick.
it up front. Maybe in victory lane here. I don't think that's out of the question yet.
And you look good doing it too. His fire suit looks like a firefighter uniform. Again, Casarella running 10th, and it sounds like he's
So these are cool.
confident if we see some wet weather here in Chicago, guys.
I'm not sure the word if is accurate. It's when you see that wet weather. As the rain has stopped and started and stopped and started again. Still under a weather delay
We did.
here in Chicago.
Was it diecast chassis? I don't know.
For COPD,
Diecast body and chassis. I don't know. How do you tell?
gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
I think they are both diecast chassis.
Breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high
I'm gonna go put this up
Don't take Breastree more than prescribed.
on the shelf.
Breastree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breastree.
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
Aren't you tired of the back pain caused by your lousy shop stool? The days of tiny casters and thin seats are over. Meet the Viper Chair. The Viper Chair glides over any surface and loose debris with 4-inch industrial-grade casters. Relieve your lower back pain with a perfectly angled backrest. Prevent tipping with a wide, sturdy base. Viper Chairs are designed for every industry, no matter what you love to do. Stop wasting your money buying cheap shop stools and get yourself a Viper Chair. Shop ViperIndustrial.com.
You got me.
Tag, you're in. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, 4imprint.
I started Folds of Honor to help the families of fallen veterans. Today, we celebrate over 44,000 scholarships.
Guardians Cubs games in a weather delay.
Service never stops, and neither will we.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back.
USAA? You were in the military?
Oh no, I was.
Yeah, I think it's the diecast chassis. It just says
joined
diecast
USAA.
body and chassis.
My mom, them to me.
There's other ways to get in?
Yeah.
I think it is.
My neighbor Ron, he's in because his wife served. Even little Luna, once she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And baby.
This is a special car right here.
Over there.
USAA, the military community, and
Oh, it's on the fucking thing! I knew that. But I forgot. God damn it. I knew that when I bought it, and I still bought it. So. I'm not going to destroy this one, though.
Chicago is famous for. Steve, I know we've had our opportunities to sample some of these savory specials here in the Chicago area. Do you have a favorite?
Yes.
I know what I'm going to do.
Well, yes.
I know I'm going to get it off the plate.
You want to go broad?
Great. Little, yeah, the sausage beef is great.
Ketchup. I guess growing up, I was a ketchup mustard guy, but not in Chicago. You kind of frown upon ketchup. It's mostly mustard. There's a pickle spear that normally goes on.
I'm a dope. The ketchup thing sounds disgusting.
Oh,
yeah, I'm with.
but you took the pickle spear off too. You said.
Why?
Yeah, that has a thing.
Okay. We'll take a look at the Xfinity series.
Track right.
As they run.
I don't think the track has lights. I mean, or that does, but
Bill with 3 already. John Hunter Nemechek with 2.
why am I doing this?
Full of drivers that
So I'm trying to melt the plastic so it's easier to get off. That's why I'm doing it.
will have an opportunity to fight for the championship, so every point is important. Josh Berry, 81 points above that cut line. Again, win and you advance. So that's the thought that championship in season 10. Who's still keep that off. We get the all clear. We can get back out on the racetrack and get back to racing.
I'm not ruining the diecast, Andy. The diecast is fine. The diecast is not getting burnt at all. It's the
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
it's the plastic that I'm messing with.
Let's get you up to speed.
Diecast is receiving no damage, no burns.
Your workspace is ready.
Looks like you got a corner office.
Meanwhile, something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
Right now, get a 3 foot longer subway.
All right, well, I'm making progress on getting it off. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Texas Rangers acquired Max Scherzer. You're lying. That did not happen.
Mattress sale is happening now.
You're fucking
Right
lying.
now, you can save up to $500 on new mattress arrivals like the Temper Breeze.
You're
and
lying.
Purple Lux mattresses. Plus, pay 0% interest for 60
Hold on, what? You're serious?
Save today, only at Ashley.
Is that our luggage rack?
Fix that thing. Gorilla tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive with a rubber.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything about that.
Lasts for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
All right, back to it.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny when you spend $35 at Applebee's. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
There's a thin line in the NASCAR Xfinity series between winning.
All right, well, I think the wheels are plastic. So that's my dilemma right now, because I don't want to melt the wheels. I just want to melt this thing off.
Between the sweet taste of victory and the fumes of defeat. In the NASCAR Xfinity series, there's a thin line between being a name they know and being a name they'll never forget.
With 30 laps still to go in the race under a weather delay, that's why you see the cars on pit road covered up. And while we wait for the go-ahead to uncover the cars and get the cars on the racetrack and back to racing, I want to show you how the day started just a couple hours ago. Look at the crowd on their feet, the different grandstands around the course. The inside as they come through 12 will be Cole Custer. Outside of him, John Hunter Nemechek in the 20. They're on their feet. We're about to get underway with the first ever street course race in NASCAR. Green flag is in the air. Cole Custer jumps out to a big lead as he goes down the front stretch into turn 1.
Here they come, first time into turn number 1. That's the 90-degree left-hander, Cole Custer with the lead. John Hunter Nemechek to second. You've got Austin Hill in third. Everybody minding their manners, minding their P's and Q's. They exit the right-hander 2. They head to Dale Jr. in 3, 4, and 5.
Down this long back straightaway, about 140 miles an hour before they're going to break for turn 4. They practiced this morning. They understand the speed, but can they do it in a pack, single file so far? Nobody really looking at it, trying to make passes here.
See, I say I cure your depression. There's proof, Sam. Proof of what? Hold on, let me see. What are you talking about?
In green so far, but now a hard braking zone coming into 6. And again, Custer away with the lead.
Oh no, that's not proof.
Everybody hard on the brakes, and everybody minding.
That's just them talking about the possibility of it.
Great job by these drivers. A completely new restart. It spread the field out, and now they're just learning. Now they're saying, hey, this is a long race. We
know how many incidents have happened in practice. Let's be smart. Let's learn what my car does. Well,
All right, I think I'm getting it off for the first, like, the back part of it. There we go.
Let's make sure I got this car underneath me.
Over the bridge and into turn 12.
But now I just still got this little part on here. It's like a little plastic bit. I think I just gotta, yeah, I'm getting it.
Chased by John Hunter Nemechek, an early pit stop for the 44. H. Karam has made his way onto pit road, and looks like the right front damage already.
Or the other way.
Right front damage. You see the sparks from the suspension pieces dragging on pit road all the way down, looking to his right for his pit stall. Sage Karam in the 44. Let's take a look what happened exactly. Oh, right front.
All right, I need a wrench. I need a wrench.
That is heading into turn 12. 11. I think that was 11.
So they're going to go to work on the right side, see if they can change that right front tire and get him back out on course. Here's Custer once again. And Custer on his way to Bagman.
Here he comes, out 5 now down the straightaway. He's going to go late on the brakes. And now not to lock the brakes up, he's going to skim the inside of turn number 6. That's what everybody's doing. That's where the speed is. That's where everybody wants to be. Over the bridge, down the hill, another 90-degree right-hander. That's turn 7.
Right along with his 6 car, Brendan Poole right here. Great shot. Look how tight these corners are. Look at what, this is the bottom of the race car, but watch this right here. Watch this elevation change.
Wait, no, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Staring at a wall, a right-hander into turn 7. Now watch this sweeping corner. Watch this. Right against this wall on the right. Now uphill, climbing the hill. Gets to right to the center. Now he's going way downhill. Now he's going to swing to the right, back in the gas. Heavy braking zone right in front of me. Then back in the throttle as quickly as you can to climb this hill to climb back over the bridge.
I think I need to melt it down just a bit more.
And again, running right along the front bumper as you've got the pit stalls on the right side, grandstands on the left, and the skyline of Chicago in the backdrop.
See how Brendan Poole navigates turn 1. Here he comes. He's going to cut that corner. Not as close, though, as some of the others, but he will swing it wide. That's turn 1. And now he'll go wide, driver's left, cut it back, driver's right, skim that wall, swing it wide out of turn number 2.
So far through turns 3 and 4 and 5, no big issues. I'm really surprised that these drivers aren't finding this more difficult. I think they're still, with the limited time they had practicing today, finding the limits of this racetrack.
I almost got it off. I just need to somehow get this last part off.
Custer, there's John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Hill, Connor Mozak, the top 4. This is the area of the racetrack we were talking about earlier. This is Congress Plaza Loop that they're going around. See those cars moving around?
All right, no, I do need a wrench. I need a wrench.
Elevation change all at the same time.
Put it back.
John Hunter Nemechek there in the purple number 20. Austin Hill behind him in the 21. Justin Allgaier, an Illinois native, in the 7. Chasing after that 19 of Connor Mozak.
Great overhead shot of these leaders coming off the end of the front straightaway. That 90-degree left-hander into 1. And while the leaders may be tiptoeing away for first and second, what a good battle now with Connor Mozak running in 4th, Allgaier in 5th. You got Hemrick in 6th. That's a good pocket of traffic exiting turn 2.
You look at the cars taking slightly different lines into the braking zone. There's so many bumps in this braking zone in turn 4, and you'll see drivers changing their lines slightly, trying to get advantages. Here's exiting turn 5. All the competition there swinging really wide out to the wall. So far, so good. Right now,
Gotta run at you.
Look at Connor Mozak there to the inside. Justin Allgaier's ready to dance. He's ready to go, but he's got to get by him. Can't do it. Here he comes over the bridge, down the hill into 7. Allgaier just waiting for a lane to open up.
As you're watching these drivers learn, remember, 50 minutes of practice. That's it. That's all the time they've ever had on this racetrack. So Connor Mozak trying to drive away from Allgaier. Allgaier trying to find a way to outbrake Mozak. Where is the passing zone? Where is his weakness? Where will the racetrack allow me to make a pass without damaging my race car? All that is being learned right now.
And they continue to learn on the fly as
Mozak was looking back on Allgaier, and a lot of smoke out of Justin Marks and the 10. That looks like a mechanical issue. It doesn't look like tire smoke. It's out both front tires. The yellow is now out. Oh, and he gets spun around in the middle. I believe that's turn 11 right under your feet, Jeff.
Yeah, I think there must be oil in the racetrack right behind him. I cannot see it. Caution is out. Kel, what do you know?
He came on the radio and said the motor just blew up. So very devastating for a driver that we had pegged to do very well in this course. Again, he came on the radio to confirm to his team. It just feels like the motor blew up.
Yeah, I can't see oil now. Just right on the inside lane. So let's go back and watch it. You see right here, Steve said it well. Clearly not front tire lock up. That's just a blown engine. Oil getting on the exhaust headers, coming out with smoke, and there he is spinning out in his oil. Fortunately, that's in a very slow part of the racetrack, and no one else got caught up in it. He was running 10. Had a really good practice. He was going to be a threat today. Sage Karam almost comes in here and takes him out. But just really disappointing for Justin. He had a very fast race car today.
Rick, we talk about the challenges of the street course for the driver. Let's not forget about the equipment. Hard on the engines, all the upshifts, the downshifts, and in the end, it looks like a mechanical issue is going to end the day for Justin Marks.
Take another look. What happened here? Coming through the Congress loop, the engine expires for Justin Marks, and the caution comes out here in Chicago.
It is lefty-loosey,
That was
so...
the way the race started just a little over an hour ago, hour and a half ago, and then a weather delay put all of the cars onto pit road covered up, and that has given us the opportunity to bring in one of the drivers. And I don't know if we call you a broadcaster, if we call you a race car driver at this point in time, but Parker Kligerman joining us. Parker, 25 laps out there on the track.
It's just not coming off.
Do you feel like you've learned every lap?
Like, I'm trying to unscrew it, but it's just not even, like, untightening.
Well, first of all, I'm just as
If I go the other way, but, like, that doesn't make sense.
Here, I'm not really exactly sure what to do, but what do I do with my hands? No, I think it absolutely has been a learning process, and I think for every driver, every team, because every lap, this track is changing. It's gaining rubber in certain places. The bumps are becoming more pronounced in certain places because it gets rubber mounted on top of it. And so every time you go off into a braking zone, you almost have to be like 99.9%. You know, most of the places we race, you get to where you're 100%, you're just there all the time. But here you have to have that little bit in your pocket because the margin for error is so small, right? If you overstep it, you go in that braking zone one time and there's been 10 cars ahead of you and there's 20 behind the field, and suddenly you hit a bump the wrong way, that could be the wall. So it's been a really, variable process.
Rain's not the concern, it's the lightning.
And it's changing every single lap, and you're just having to adjust. And then you go through one time, and you look and you see a mark on the wall. Then you come back the next time, there's a total set of new marks on the wall. And you're like, okay, something happened here.
So we'll talk about that. You, much like all the drivers in the field, prepared simulation and all the tools you have available. What's the thing, whether it's sight lines, rough or content on the racetrack? Like, what is it that makes in-person still dominate, right? Sim is great, but what is so much different about in-person that you guys are adjusting to?
So it's so funny you bring that up. Every driver under this red flag that I saw was like, hey, how do you think it compared to the sim? Like, we're even still asking each other. We're comparing to different manufacturers and how their sims line up. And I think every driver has a different thing they take from the sim, right? For me, I try to find braking markers that I can relate to real life. I don't take a lot often from, maybe the racetrack and surfaces, because there's so many surfaces here, maybe bumps or something you try to take out of the sim if they scanned it correctly. So it's really sort of up to you to understand, okay, what can I take out of this? What can I apply? I will say for us personally, there's some things
I'm gonna get this bitch off. If I got the other one off, then why can't I get this one off?
I wish I didn't do that. I wish I went the other way.
Or like you learned a bad habit.
Yeah, I just learned a bad habit. I think, some choices maybe we made in setup, that sort of stuff from the sim.
Domingo Herman, perfect game, yep.
So that's
one of the greatest moments in the baseball history, but by a literal piece of shit human being who does not deserve any love or anything good to ever happen to him. I hate seeing good things happen to bad people.
And now the street course comes into play, but we're leaning back on probably what you've been able to do mid-Ohio a year ago and the successes that you had there and the big win. We get a look here in the Truck Series, and those successes, I'm guessing, give you confidence, but also give you a little bit more knowledge going into each different street course or race course that you go to.
Yeah, road courses have been something that I've just felt very comfortable on from early in my career. I started on road courses, and
you know, felt like it took me way too long to win a road course NASCAR race. I won ARCA races. My first ever stock car start was at a road course. I was on the front row and challenged for the win in that one. So it took me a while to get there for a reason, but I do have that confidence from that, right? And I think street course racing is something I've been so excited about because I've wanted to do this since I was 9 years old. And I wanted NASCAR to try this. And I will tell you, look, put the racing aside. Earlier today, I have never seen a crowd this large for Saturday for an Xfinity race. And we went and did some appearances. I've never been so inundated by so many fans out there, just so excited. And then
Wait, I think I'm getting it.
The first caution, I'm going around the race.
I think it's coming off.
And every opening,
looks like it is.
opening there possibly was on the fence was 7 rows deep with people. It was unbelievable. I think this event has been very cool.
It has been a great event. Festival. We appreciate you for spending a little time with us while we're under this weather delay. We're going to take you back to lap 9 of this event earlier today.
There we go. Yeah, I got it. Yay! And I didn't damage the car this time.
As we get ready for the restart, again, the restart zone just over the bridge. And Cole Custer. John Hunter Nemechek, 1 and 2 as they cut through 12.
Well, there is rain in Chicago, so that's why I think the Cubs game is delayed.
Cole Custer looking strong, but here comes Nemechek on his outside.
That purple number 20 and John Hunter Nemechek is trying to get back to Custer. He's going to go wide in one. Now he's going to cut to the inside, and he's going to be chopped off. Cole Custer's blocking all advances now into 2. But John Hunter Nemechek is ready.
And now the Chase Briscoe one I'm going to open up. No fucking plate on this one, which is good. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Jaded!
No contact so far. Back you back. And they come out of turn number 5. This is good braking, good passing opportunity. Let's see if Nemechek in the 20 purple car can go a little deeper. He does, but he doesn't go deep enough. Here they are stacking up in single file formation. Looking further back. Got Miguel Paludo there in the 88 car. He's trying to make some moves. Double wide, headed to 7.
As he enters turn 7, here's 2 cars side by side. Kaz Gralla on the outside. Can he stay there? No, there's no way. It's just so narrow, can hardly go through there side by side. You see that 26 car? Well, Gralla, he was pushed it to try to make something happen, but just couldn't do it.
2 car lengths the gap between the top 2 as Cole Custer now trying to pull away from John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Hill, and Allgaier. Top 4. Right along with Connor Mosack, right up against that outside wall as they go down the front stretch and into turn 1.
Connor Mosack in the number 19 cars running into 5th position. He's trying to do some overtaking coming into the corner. Going to go a bit wide. Didn't hope that corner as tight as I thought he would. That's going to cost him a car length or 2. Let's see if he can get it back under braking. Coming into 2 as we transition back to Cole Custer.
Jaden, I got it off. I got it off the thing. Aren't you proud of me? And I didn't break it this time.
Several car lengths to Austin Hill, who's having a great run today. Running in 3rd position. Almost hitting that wall through the middle of 3 or 4 or 5.
All right, I'll let you know, Andy.
Yeah, this straightaway is about 4/10 of a mile, and it's all about getting the car wound down, like Custer does, like Nemechek in the purple car. Battle for 3rd, Austin Hill in the
Randy was so close to a home run.
The home state favorite trying to make some noise. Can't do it quite yet as they head to 7.
Allgaier is on the offensive, though. You can see he's got a fast race car. His car looks very solid. Hill's car in front, that 21 car. You see it.
See you, Andy.
The 7 car looks stable. He's able to push really hard and be aggressive. Look at Cole Custer. Look at him pop the right front tire off the ground, exiting that loop.
11 laps complete, 55 laps is the race. 44 laps to go. We expect the fuel window to be about 30 laps, so you can't make it to the finish quite yet. As we get closer to that 25 lap mark, I think we'll start to see some activity on pit road.
Watching Connor Mosack in the 19, getting up to about 115 miles an hour. This is turn 1, going down to 50 miles an hour. He'll now squirt ahead just a tad, go almost to triple digits. This is turn 2, the right-hander. And now, this is where he'll really go up through the gearbox and get all he can as he heads to turns 3, 4, and 5.
probably around 140 miles an hour max speed. Right into this braking zone, bumpy braking zone. To nothing right there. 5 lanes down to 2.5 lanes. Then it opens wide again. Off the turn 5 and down the long straightaway. 2,000 feet.
They haven't tested the boundaries of the braking zones yet. Everybody's been pretty courteous. Let's see what Connor does. Up to 135. Now he'll woe it down to about 55, 50, 49 miles an hour. Quickly back to the gas down the hill to 7.
Connor Bozak doing a really good job. Former junior motorsports late model driver. Several Trans Am wins. Just doing a really nice job here. He's accustomed to street course racing, as we talked about before. He ran the street course in Nashville. Trans Am Series does a really good job of preparing young drivers to bring the battle to some of the best in NASCAR and road course racing.
Connor Bozak, the 24-year-old, making just his 10th start in the Xfinity Series. And it happens here at the streets of Chicago. Connor Bozak was chasing after Allgaier. See if he could follow that line. Allgaier very strong as he crosses the finish line.
All right, the Loop 121 has been rescheduled for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Wait. Oh, 10 a.m. Central Time, so 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
These cars are in the shade right here all the way around the racetrack. The temperature's
So I will see you guys then.
when the clouds versus when the sun's been
I want to hear it from TV though. I want to hear it from TV. I want to hear it from TV and then I'll get off the stream. If I don't, because I don't know. You never believe anything. Don't believe anything you hear on the internet. Xfinity race will resume at 11 a.m. Sunday morning. It's good. And I think the weather will be... Or I think there will at least not be lightning for tomorrow. I mean, there might be rain, but I don't really care about that.
Very unique, very difficult racetrack. So there are big chunks of time that drivers can find. But the problem is they don't know where it is until they push.
Bro,
they try to find that speed, and of course when you try to find it, you make a mistake.
Oh no, it is supposed to rain tomorrow. But it's supposed to stop for the Cup race, so that's good. But no lightning tomorrow. It's just rain, so no like lightning. So I don't really care. All right.
Well, that's how it sounded earlier today. Unfortunately, still under a weather delay here at the street course. Jeff has rejoined us from his perch outside the racetrack back here in the booth. As they run, Custer, Nemechek, Allgaier, Brett Moffitt having a really nice run, Jeff. We have Austin Hill, Sammy Smith, Daniel Hemrick, Chandler Smith, Parker Klickman, who just joined us here in the booth, and Kaz Gralla. What's your take as we sit just shy of halfway overall with that top 10? Surprise, or are there names that jump out to you?
Well, Custer, Nemechek, Allgaier, they're all Moffitt, Hill. So no, they're all good road racers. Not a surprise about those guys. Kligerman that you just had in there, Gralla. They're all really good road racers.
So, I think that matters. The experience that they had applies to this racetrack. Such limited practice.
I want to hear them say it
I
though.
think that's a really good top 10. The one that is an 11.
TV is so fucking terrible, dude. Like, it's like it's such a shame that I have to literally find every information on Twitter. Like the fact that like the race got postponed, like, and it's not that big of a deal, but like it is. Like the race got postponed 5 minutes ago, and they haven't said anything about it on TV yet. Like,
after walking the track, partly for me it's turn 4, right? I thought turn
like
4 is
if you were just watching TV and you didn't have any access to social media, like you wouldn't know. Like it's so stupid.
Area. What's the area of the track that perhaps has shocked you the most?
Well, that one, you know, that area.
Like they don't tell you, oh, there's been another lightning strike. They don't tell you that. Like the fact that I have to get it through Twitter, like it's nice that I have that, but like it just the fact that I have to is just stupid. Like
the rest of it, you know, really hasn't surprised me. When I looked at when we were here a few weeks ago, and we looked at turn 7, we looked at turn 11, turn 12. All of those things looked really tight to me and slow, and that's what it was. The straights are amazing. How long some of them are.
A lot of speed around the racetrack. We have just been given the word that the Xfinity Series will resume tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on USA. Again, 11 a.m. Eastern on USA. This is a statement we received from NASCAR. It says, due to the potential for continued lightning strikes and in the interest of public safety and caution, the facility needed to be evacuated. NASCAR had hoped to resume activities, but not until city officials allowed fans to return to the grandstands. The forecast for
so
lightning
that's
extends
why.
for the next several hours, forcing NASCAR to postpone the NASCAR Xfinity Series race until tomorrow morning. And again, 11 a.m. Eastern.
The actual lightning hold has actually been lifted.
With 30 laps.
The lightning hold has been lifted, motherfuckers. That's what Bob just tweeted.
At 5 o'clock on NBC and Peacock for
But whatever, waste my time. Waste my fucking time. Alright. My time's a very valuable thing. I don't think people understand that.
Chicago Fire Marathon.
NBC is fucked, yep. But alright, y'all, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll be doing 2 live streams tomorrow. It won't be just one big one, but I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll be live at 10:45. The race will resume at 11, so 10 a.m. Eastern, but yeah. Anyways, I usually say fun times, but it wasn't actually really fun times here today. We only raced for an hour. And most of that was under yellow, so, like, probably go back through my stream and see how much actual green flag racing there was.
Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue.
Okay, there's
It is not for asthma.
5 minutes.
If you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it, don't take Breztri more than prescribed.
20.
Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia.
So yeah, 5 minutes, a 5-minute green flag, stretch, and then a
If you have COPD, ask
13-minute or 11-minute green flag stretch, and then
Just when you think you've seen it all. Live Monday at 8, only on USA.
You all came because you wanted to see a race.
and then 3 minutes. So 5 plus 11 plus 3. That's all the racing we actually got. Actual green flag racing. We saw fucking 19 minutes of racing. 19 minutes of actual cars driving at full speed. So that's nice. That's nice. Anyways, I'm going to end this right here. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow morning for the resumption.